am I? Once.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
Yeah. Holding pot out. My bro's watching cartoons. Leave him alone. He's watching SpongeBob.
Man.
The pot is so cute. Demure.
So demure, so mindful.
Pot Junior. What was I doing? Oh yeah, okay. There we go.
Oh, Yumi said that her laptop's updating. So.
Oh, that's okay. We'll wait a wee bit. When Grace fixes her mic, then we can do the recap while we wait.
Oh, everyone's shit in the bed.
Oopie. Hello?
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear people.
Oh no, I think Grace can't.
Uh-oh.
Can.
Oh, you
But we're
can?
not.
She can.
Okay, you
we
can hear
can't.
us. Yeah, we can't hear you if you're talking.
Oh.
I heard you a little
Wait,
bit.
can you hear me now?
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you fix your mic?
For voice and video, or on the.
Oh, I think it's still.
It's still doing it.
You're roboting. Is your bars like red or like green?
Do you want
like,
me to switch locations?
What's your ping right now, bro?
What is that?
What is?
What color is your heart, queen?
Whoa,
Whoa, the cheeks!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my lord! I don't know if I should be looking at
Whoa!
that.
Put that away!
Whoa!
Whoa! That is a shape. Wow.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Or am I still?
Yeah.
You sound a lot better.
Yeah, it is a lot better.
Cool.
Swag.
I don't know what happened. What the hell are you? What is all this? What the heck?
You're good.
Whoa. Why is it shaped like a dick and balls? Oh my god.
I'm recording. Calm down.
It's okay. That's what we're all wondering.
It's crazy.
Okay, ready for your recap?
Where's Yumi? Is Yumi not joining?
Yumi is joining, but we're
PC's
gonna,
restarting.
Yeah, we're
right
gonna
now.
recap while she's restarting.
Okay.
I'm sure Yumi has notes. Yumi knows what happened.
Oh, Charles? Is Charles also gone to Ether?
I can't hear you.
Charles!
Bro.
Charles is here.
Charles is here.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's.
We can hear you sniffling,
Yeah,
bro. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. A recap time?
Yeah. Go on.
Okay. Last session, which was in October 13th. Holy shit. Okay. So let me see. It starts off with Oberon doing a what is it? Coil live stream. What is it? Live stream apology, and then does a little media contract with Eulalie, and then let me see. From that point onwards, we do Scry Farrier again, and he's still in that damn snowstorm. We also investigate Bonnie's box of little buttons, and then we all find vaguely interesting buttons, and we recognize a few. Like one of them being from what is it? A symbol of the a house from Asbriel, and then let me see. We end up passing by a bard troupe, the Cantanero Brotherhood, who are basically charming the crowds to give them tons of money. We almost get caught in their trap, and let me see, who else gets bamboozled? Let me see. What is it? A couple of the members get bamboozled out of their hard-earned gold, unfortunately. We come across a fallen tree on the road, and, you know, Avani ends up reducing the tree, so we're being helpful here. We're being helpful adventurers. Let me see. And then as we are crossing a bridge, we come across a little religious group praying on the bridge. So Oberon and Avani actually end up joining in the prayer, which is great. Let me see. And then we learn about, like, the Seven Tides group, which is headquartered in Heian, and they're like a religion and trade union for underground dwelling races. And then let me see. We end up setting camp, and then we do some watches. Hako ends up, having been cursed by the Panini Pal, which is malfunctioning, and so now they can actually fall asleep and get crazy hungry and eats all of our rations. So thank you, Hako. Let me see. Kevin gets on his watch, gets a gem falling from the sky, which bonks him on his head. Finds a little book that says missing things and where to find them. Let me see. And then on Oberon's fourth watch, he finds some black mold inside his water skin, which is terrible. So he goes to clean it out the river. Let me see. He finds another book in Undercommon and leaves it for the three religious praying dudes. He figures it's theirs. And I mean, pretty much that's it. Lots of little incidents on our way to the tabernacle.
Oh wow.
Wow. That was a lot. What the
Some would
hell?
call those omens.
I don't know. Maybe someone doesn't want you to get there. Maybe someone really wants you to get there. Who knows?
The DM begging.
Who knows? Do you guys know what you're gonna do once you get to Tabernacle? What's the plan?
We want to discuss this metagamey or in-game?
You can as characters, sure. Go on.
Should we wait for Yumi then?
Oh yeah, we should.
Oh, we should probably.
Yeah,
wait
we
for
should.
Yumi.
Well,
Yumi, update your PC faster.
while we're waiting, so do we arrive on the day of the what is it called, hearing?
You guys arrive probably the day, like the morning of. So you'll have a couple hours, because the I think the priest would have told you this. The after dusk court usually not surprisingly starts like the first day of the court begins after dusk. So if you arrive in the morning, you'll have like, I don't know, the whole day to like look around town, do a bunch of stuff before the court will begin session.
Guess we can discuss what we want to do, like in the morning after our watches. You know, as we're breaking down camp.
True, true. Does anybody know when court starts? Like what time? Actually?
After dusk.
After
Whoa,
dusk.
okay, I mean
After
oh
dusk.
no,
baby.
we'll be pulling an all-nighter.
Yes, sir. Unless you want to sleep during the day, which is also an option.
Will there be like mechanical disadvantages to, you know, staying up till dusk and beyond?
If you stay up till dusk and beyond and end up doing stuff, I would say like into the next day, once it hits like morning of the next day and you still want to be doing stuff,
Right.
you will all have a level of exhaustion effectively.
Okay.
But up to you if you want to, if there's something you even want to do after that
Right.
happens. We don't know. We just don't know. I guess I'll upload some more tokens.
Is there
while-
coffee in coil?
Is there coffee?
Money.
You want
Yeah, is there
coffee?
coffee in coil? We'll get rid of our level of exhaustion.
Yeah,
Like,
honestly, there is coffee, definitely. They have it. They serve it usually in like pubs and taverns, but depending on the pub and tavern, it may or may not be utter garbage. So it depends where you are. And different parts of
But
the coil have
mechanically-
different like mechanically, no, absolutely not. If there is, you will have to go. I think there's like a magical coffee that you can get, but you'd have to go to a magic store, and it's kind of like drinking a monster. It will help you, but there will be consequences. There will be repercussions to drinking it.
That's fair.
In one of my campaigns that I'm in, one of the characters is literally on steroids, and so he has like increased like strength stats and that kind of thing, but if he doesn't have the money to pay for his next dose, he goes into quote unquote withdrawal. He has like a mechanic for that. It's kind of crazy, and if he doesn't go for too long, he will have a heart attack and die. It's fucking, he worked this out with the DM himself. He asked for this, by the way. This was not imposed on him. Truly,
You know, admirable. Kudos.
yeah. This is my DM with a this is my game with a bunch of like dude bros. This is just how they play.
That would be a dude bro move.
This is how they play. This is the kind of characters they love building. It's truly fascinating. Look into the
It's
human
like
psyche.
the TTRPG equivalent of, hey, welcome to Jackass.
Oh,
And this is my
yes.
character.
Welcome to Jackass. Here is my character, big guy McSteroids man. What was I gonna do? Oh, I need that person's token. Oopie. Coil. Tokens. Why does this have lyrics? Huh? Oh my god, girl is singing elf.
Oh my gosh.
No, I don't want that. Okay, let's go to Skyrim music and ambiance. Much better. You mean no?
Uh-oh, Yumi. Yumi's tech
Yumi.
troubles strike again.
Truly cooking.
Yeah, because sometimes the client just doesn't work for some reason, right? Hopefully the web app will.
I didn't realize people use the actual like desktop app.
I do, but
I use both.
I use both, but depends on what account I'm on.
That's true.
mm-hmm.
I have 2 accounts.
Mm.
So I keep my work one on the web one, so no one bothers me.
Damn, where's this fucking
Also, being on the client
There it is.
helps me isolate the Discord audio for stream. I can't do it on the web one.
Yeah, that's why I use the client. It makes it easier for that.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can like manually isolate.
Mm-hmm. You can use it as an audio source. Where?
Wait, unrelated to discussing what we're gonna do at the tabernacle.
Uh-huh.
The PCs that receive books read the books?
Yeah, did you
Like-
guys read the books? I don't remember.
Yeah. Because I heard like you guys got
We
some.
did
Oh, what
read the books.
What were what
So, for Kevin's book, Missing Things and Where to Find Them, it's an
Yeah.
instruction book made of parchment paper,
Uh-huh.
bound with nice red string, and it's written in common.
Oh.
And so there's like, and it's just a manual from
Mhm.
normal to magical means of finding all sorts of things. But at the very end, religious solutions to finding things, and it says there's a dangerous ritual to find something you forgot you lost. And then in one section, where at the very final end, where it says how to find a missing person, that final section is ripped or like scratched out, and it says in like scrawled handwriting, "This shit doesn't work." So somebody got very mad about it not working.
Right.
And Oberon's book that he found
Yeah.
is in Undercommon.
Uh-huh.
So that's why he figured it was one of like the 3 religious people that were like praying on the bridge and like also like, near their
Oh, there
thing.
she is.
There's Yumi. So
Hi,
the book
Yumi.
that Oberon found is a yellow book with stiff leather cover with cheap binding, and it says "Spiritual Exercises: Guide to Bringing Someone Closer to Deity," and it looks like somebody's diary and not a published book.
Okay.
So there's like breathing exercises to get in touch
Yeah,
and
like a
run with.
yoga kind of chakra
Yeah,
thing. Okay.
yeah. I
Was
think
anything
it's
useful in
implied.
it? Oh, it's implied. Sorry. Well,
It was
continue.
implied in the book that what is it? It sounds like at least one of the excerpts he read was to get in touch with the what is it? The whole like wind chimes and stuff. So the what is it? 3 beats.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
But yeah, I don't. Let me see. I know Kevin talked it in his book, but Oberon left the book with like the probably near the where the other party was sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's
Interesting.
it. Nothing too important.
Right.
Maybe, possibly, question mark.
They're all omens.
They're just books, guys.
Wait.
Can you hear us, Yumi? Sniff.
Like they're definitely in chat. I do see them.
Oh, goodbye.
Yumi's not. Apparently, Yumi's having trouble connecting, like to the actual voice chat.
I think
It might be
like
the internet.
Yeah,
might
or
be
the
internet.
web app's voice and video settings is not detecting their hit piece probably.
Or...
No, like she said it's not connecting. I think,
Oh yeah, okay, like the RTC
Yeah.
connecting.
I think we saw her
Yeah.
in there, but she can't hear
Yeah.
anything or
Yeah.
say anything.
Right.
Yumi.
Yeah.
I
Hello,
do think it might
Yumi.
Yeah, if her
Might be
app
internet,
wasn't
Yumi.
loading, it's probably also internet related.
Yeah. Because usually
True.
when it's just spinning on the app, it's the internet poopy.
Yeah,
Not the
I think-
Malaysian ping.
Nope. I'm pretty sure it is.
Wait, no, but you're in Japan. They're in Japan right now.
Oh.
Connecting.
Ah.
Stuck.
Connecting means it's
Stuck.
not connected.
Yeah.
It's stuck.
Would changing locations like make it better?
We're currently in Singapore, so yeah,
that's weird.
We're in the Singapore server because I have pretty good internet, so I can just connect to Singapore. It's easier for me.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
SG's not even too far away from Japan either.
No. Oh my god, girl. You may get on the freaking phone.
Monica's stream.
Bro, if I stream and Yumi can see it, is that easier?
That's so funny.
Yumi's gonna have the most delayed responses because
it's gonna be like
the
3
stream.
minutes delayed. Yeah, it's gonna be Jesus. Yeah, just try to phone girl. I think Yumi had to play on phone several times.
Monica, you will have to
well.
predict the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying, okay?
You have a tablet or something? Or
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, I'm gonna send you guys to Tabernacle for now. Let me change the map.
Sure.
Might as well.
Let's go.
Well, there was like one thing I wanted to do. What is it? As we're breaking camp.
Okay.
So I don't think we need Yumi for that.
Okay, just do it now.
Yeah.
So we can start.
Okay. What is it? When we're what is it? Breaking down camp. Oberon goes over to Kevin and is like, Kevin Sambenim, could you prestidigitate my water skin, please? Clean it out.
Wait, my dad just came in.
Oh fuck.
What did you say?
Oh, okay. When we're breaking down camp and getting ready to for the final leg over to Tabernacle, Oberon what is it? Is like back with all of everybody's water skins that he refilled, and he goes over to Kevin and he's like, "Could you prestidigitate my water skin? It's there was something funky growing in it." Yeah.
Moldy. Did you? Have you not been cleaning it out every now and then?
I don't know what happened.
Huh. Can Kevin try to check what the mold is? Just
Oh, I already cleaned it. Like I did a
Oh, you already
cursory
cleaned it?
cleaning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, in that case,
but
Kevin
it,
just does prestidigitation on it. Just
okay,
sterilize
cool.
it.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you, somebody.
Okay. Avant Yumi, can you hear us?
I can. Can you guys hear me?
Yay!
Yay!
Yumi!
Okay.
Okay,
Finally. Okay.
swag. All right.
Awesome.
Okay, we starting.
Yeah. Phone was the only solution.
Damn. All right.
That's
Well,
okay.
we're here. I think a problem might be
This
that maybe your firewall is blocking Discord. That happens sometimes, and then they can't connect. It's truly heinous. So evil. Yeah, but don't check
maybe.
in on it like maybe later. Let's start now before Rain has to go to her Amazon warehouse job. You guys have had a strangely eventful journey on your way to the Shaded Tabernacle, the place where the After Dusk Court is being held, and where you all were aiming to go in order to petition the Queen of the After Dusk Court, who is also sort of the monarch that rules over Lower Orchard, for aid and for information, if that is my correct assumption for the general gist of why you're even going there.
Yeah.
Yep. You guys break down camp just outside of the town, and after maybe just like an hour past dawn after traveling, you sort of crest over this hill. The weather today is it's like pretty sunny, I would say, for like a end of spring season kind of day. Sunny and mild. But as you sort of crest over this hill, you see in the like distance there is a large, almost like out of place looking cloud. Not super dark, like foretelling a storm or anything, but very, very prominent, almost the size of a town, hanging directly over the town that comes into view as you crest the city. And so you have a carriage, right? Your horse and carriage comes across, and you start to see this as you approach. There are a lot of people on the road with you. The stream monetized. There's as you sort of like near the town, the kind of people on the road, the amount of them starts to increase. There's more people walking about, more people with carts as well. There's like a variety of sort of economic economic statuses, races, group sizes, that sort of thing, ages as well. There's just a bunch of people sort of streaming in from the road you're on and from other roads coming into what is sort of like a mid-sized town. As you crest over the continue to like enter the Shaded Tabernacle proper, the sky above you casts a very not, again, it's not ominous in any way. It's almost sort of cozy in its blocking of the sun. The bright spring sun that is shaded over the town. Peaks of sunlight does like sort of filter through, particularly hitting a building that dominates the skyline of the Shaded Tabernacle, a large sort of tower-like structure in the corner of the town that extends down into the earth. You can see there's a couple buildings above, but people seem to be milling about as you enter into town. Somebody make me, anybody who's driving the cart.
Kevin will if no one else wants to.
Yes, Oberon can
Avani
also
can
sit in the
help.
front.
Okay.
I have a feeling it's either Avani or or
Okay,
Kevin.
Oberon would definitely be like poking his head out the front because he's excited to be in a new place. Not gonna lie, people. Yeah, he is peeping. He's looking.
Yeah, you're looking around. You see this site before you, Oberon. Again, you've been on like several religious pilgrimages. That sort of wellspring feeling of being somewhere that is soaked with like radiant arcana
Piety?
energy and piety. Yes, you start to feel it from this place. It is sort of like radiating out from that tower. There's no check needed for that particular thing. For the ones driving though, I'd like to ask you for a perception check if you would like to make one.
Okay.
23.
23. 22.
22.
Yeah, no problem. Both of you, as you're driving the cart in, you're hearing the various voices of other travelers who are making their way into the Shaded Tabernacle. You can hear bits and pieces of their conversation. Some of them are like, oh, I do hope the Queen takes mercy on me and chooses my petition this year. I'm sure she'll agree to my 4 new cows. I just know it. And then somebody else is saying like, oh, she's gotta take my petition, right? Like I'm sending in the best guy out there in order to, secure my spot. It's gonna happen. I paid good gold for that barbarian. I'm sure he'll do a good enough job. And then you hear sort of in the like farther distance down the road, there's a bit of a crowd gathering, and somebody with like a magically enhanced voice, you can tell, is saying like, travelers, petitioners, map to the Shaded Tabernacle, famed religious site of the After Dusk Court, Lower Orchards, only religious settlement. Map for the tabernacle. Anyone lost? Free map.
Yay, free map. We should get one.
Map.
Do any of you guys want a free map?
I mean, it's free.
Is it on the way? Or do we need to do a detour to get it?
Oh, he's on the road. Like he's on the road into town. Like you're basically in the like outskirts of like the farmlands right now of the town. But he's handing out flyers. There's like a flock of people that are grabbing the flyers from him. He has like, I don't know if you guys have played that much like Legend of Zelda, but the postman who has like a stick coming out of his
Yes!
back. Yes, yeah, he has that. And on it is just a symbol of like a couple of stars. And he's like just waving around some free maps that he's handing out to people.
Okay,
I mean,
sure.
I can go. I can fly over, get it, and come back.
Well, we could just stop the carriage for a
that's him.
second to grab it.
That's him verbatim. He's also wearing, actually he looks just like the mailman that you saw on DF Island. They're wearing the same uniform, but his is blue instead of jeans. He's wearing blue instead of denim shorts.
Okay.
Free map.
I don't
Come tour the
need
city.
We don't need to fight through the crowds if Havani wants to quick map run.
Well, you gonna go get a map, Havani?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You fly through. The throng of the crowd is like, they're a little pushy, some of these people, so it's good that you're sort of floating over. As you come closer, you're sort of like, your feet are like of height with his face, essentially, because you're gonna have to get that high in order to fly over the crowd. You hear like a large like grumpy voice next to you go like, hey, no cutting in line. Aw, I wish I could fly. And there's this like big looking half orc guy, and he has like what looks to be a little monkey on his shoulder, and he's like, oh, okay, you get one for me, Steven. And the monkey goes, ooh, ah, and then like jumps sort of like on your shoulder and then jumps off of you as a platform to like snatch one of the maps from the guy's hand and jumps back onto the half orc. And and the courier looks up at you and is just like, "Oh, hello. Yes. Would you like a free map?" And he holds it up, like he holds it up in his
Yes,
hand so you
please.
can grab it. "Yes. Enjoy, petitioner. May your prayers be answered. Free map." And he turns back around, hands them out, starts handing out to the crowd again.
Okay. I fly back with the map.
You fly back with your map, and your map, unsurprisingly, looks like a map of the Shaded Tabernacle. It looks like this. And so you see that the town is sort of surrounded by rock. It's not really well shown in this like picture that I gave you guys, but about here, I'm gonna draw a line. About hereabouts, well, not that, like here, like that. There is sort of like a different coloring in this direction. So this whole part to the left of that line I drew is like shaded darkly, sort of like it's under, like in the shade. And then this part to the right of the line is like brightly colored. And it says the Shaded Tabernacle. You can see there's a couple of different points of interest. But give me, I don't know, give me an insight or an intellect check, whoever's looking at the map.
What? An insight?
Insight or intellect? One of the two.
27 on insight.
Wow.
Just like straight intelligence?
Yeah, straight intelligence.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, never mind.
Kevin's never read a map in his life.
Oh,
God.
Kevin said this is driving.
Yeah, all of
Avani's
you
Totally distracted.
all of you are distracted, I think, by the like, oh wow, free map, and there's lots of words on the map, and there's lots of buildings on the map. What the hell is that? And you're all sort of clamoring over the map. When you Oberon, you notice right away that, oh, this map has more buildings that you are seeing than you can see in front of you. Like, this seems to be that there's way more buildings on this thing than you see in your like peripheral vision, and you can sort of see the ends of the town from where you're at. It's not a very large town, so you can see it at this point from the vantage you're at. I would say you guys were coming from the west. You guys are like hereabouts. Let me mark it with a different thicker marker. Wait, I have your token. Where's your little guy? Yeah, I would say you guys are like here. Why is he so small?
it's so
Damn,
small.
it's so small. There you go. Yeah, you guys are like hereabouts.
Oh, okay.
Like, something
Okay.
about the map is whack to you because you can see this like this building in the distance. You don't know where this is, and you can see these buildings. You have no idea what this is. You can sort of see just this part of it. There's a big wide empty spot in front of you where these like sort of craggy rivers are.
So, due to Oberon's background, he would. Oh, that's Avani's background. Never mind. Sorry. So, due to Oberon's background, can I say he has seen dwarven like settlement maps before, and can I say that like does it look similar to that? Like how dwarven settlements would like map out their areas, maybe?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can tell that like the demarcating shadow is letting you know that half of this town is underground, that this half is possibly subterranean. I don't think you guys saw a map of Wyvern upon Stone when you went there, but if you were to see it, it would have a similar demarcation, because part of it is not subterranean. So in cases where like dwarven settlements or half above ground, half underground settlements exist, that's sort of how that goes.
Wouldn't Avani know that though?
Yeah, Avani,
Avani would know that
you
too.
already know, but you were distracted driving. Like, you've been here before, or you've come through here before for sure.
Well, I guess I point
Okay.
that out. I'm like, oh, looks like this entire shadowed half is a subterranean settlement. It looks like. Let me see, number 5 Overgate, and then Nochura Road, Galleon House. Wow. Okay, and it looks like even the After Dusk Court is underground, it looks like. Number 3, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's marked as underground on your paper, but if you look like comparing your location, like just sort of orienting yourself, you can see the building above ground. It's almost like it is tall enough to go from underground to above ground. It is a very large building.
Interesting. Let me see, Orion Lane. Well, looks like we have both the overground and underground to look around and poke around at, but also, what is it? Because the court starts after dusk, we would have to, if we don't want to be tired the next day and be exhausted, we would probably have to sleep during the day, right?
Yeah, most likely.
Should we go find an inn?
I think we should.
Is there any
Let's see,
located in the map?
Hall, Stormheart. Is there anybody, or maybe, I don't know, like a street merchant or something who looks local enough where we can ask, like where on the map we can go?
Yeah, I would say you guys
Or-
are actually, like, you're already here whereabouts, close to Orion Lane. Orion Lane is a you sort of, it's a shopping, like, sort of it's a shopping alley. There's lots of like little stores. There's it seems to be mostly civilian wear, so it's, you know, there's houseware, there's food, there's definitely some like taverns and pubs. It is, as you are making your way into the town, it is sort of painfully aware to you guys as your like cart starts to like bump into people every now and again, that the town is definitely sort of heaving with people. It is not exactly built, like, you can tell streetwise and just density wise, for the amount of people that are actually here at the moment. So it's quite busy.
Do we want to explore? I guess we could. To get to the underground portion, we would have to pass by locations number 2 and 7 and 1, right? Because I would assume the overgate is some sort of a gate that leads to the underground. Mm,
While we're in the shopping district, does anyone need to get more provisions?
wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Before we shop, we need to. I think we didn't buy our cart and horses. We rented them, so I think we need to return them, right?
Yes. If you look around, like the entrance where you guys are at, there are definitely like locations where you can return your horse and buggy. In fact, there's a bit of a queue to return horses and buggies. Many people have rented them in order to get to the Shaded Tabernacle.
Okay, I guess we join the line.
Yep.
Hold on. Is there a time or a cutoff that we have to return these by? Because if we can use them like during the day, like to ride a horse, you know, to get around town quickly, that'd be nice. But if we have to return them right now,
I will say that you have a couple of hours, but also, like I mentioned, the town is heaving with people.
Yeah, I don't.
And so I'm not sure if your cart will be faster than just walking.
Also, often in places like these that are built up rocky ledges, it's often more practical to go on foot anyway.
yeah. Okay.
You just drop off the cart and horses, and I think like we wanted to ask where a practical inn would be, and once we locate that, we can check new things out on the way there.
Dusk Archive. I guess I would assume that we want to be close to the court, right? If we want to like
Yeah,
rest and like, you know, it'd be better to do things closer
yeah.
to
It
the
seems
court.
like a lot of important buildings are also underground, right? Like there's an archive and what
He
appears
wants to, yeah.
important houses.
Overron's like eyeing the archive. He wants to go.
Yeah.
He
So
wants to go.
we can ask first, like, what's a good inn, like above ground and underground? We can make our choice then.
Yeah, are you like just asking the people you're returning the horse to, or are you like looking around for someone to ask?
I mean,
I guess we could ask the people we're returning the horse to as well.
yeah, since I assume they would have been here way
Live
longer
here.
than we have, which is like all 15
Can we
minutes.
why don't we just show them the map and tell them to go like do a quick run through of like what
Yeah,
the
like
balsam
point
are?
out place on map. Are any of these like inns and stuff, or at least in kind of a certain district for that?
I kind of want to know like what all of these places are. So just like do like a run through of 1 through 11, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
give me whoever's asking, give me a charisma check, like a persuasion roll. Just because you can tell the locals are, they're used to the heaving amount of people whenever the court happens, but they're also very busy because of so many people, and so they have to take time out of their day to like explain the map to you. So I like a persuasion roll to see if you can, have them lend you a hand in this aspect. Or how much they can lend you one. Yeah.
Right. That's true.
You, Lily.
Lily. Okay.
You, Lily, how do you do it,
small
girl?
and tired. Yeah.
What do you say?
We'll just wave Yuli around.
Oh, I'm 31. Come
Whoa.
on.
Wow.
Okay.
Please tell me 31 words and a 23, right?
Oberon. I mean, Eulalie can be like Oberon's sidekick in this situation.
What do you two do?
As I guess we're asking the person returning the cart. What is it? We lean over, Oberon with his best flattering smile, and Eulalie looking as cute as possible, I guess. We're like, we were wondering, if you could please point out, all of these points of interest on the map and give us a quick rundown. It seems like, of all the people surrounding us, you seem to have the sharpest eye and most knowledge of this wonderful little place over here.
That's you two asking this poor stableman who's like he's got like 4 papers in his hand and like 3 horse reins in the other. His poor assistant is like drinking like a liter bottle or like a liter mug of, you not sure what the liquid is, but it don't smell nice. And he like stops and he looks, and this dwarf who's on his stool looks down and is just like, oh, I can't say no to 2 pretty faces. Right, so points 4, you're here. This is Orion Lane. We've got small shrines, big shrines, agnostic shrines, and also stuff you can buy and horses you can rent. 2, that's the Balsam Heart. So wee pub, my personal favorite. Yeah, the drinks are a bit shit, but, they are tasty. If you're looking for more cheap accommodation, I would say Balsam Heart, not a bad shot. Points to 7. This is Bello Cadre's Thrift. If you asked me, it's a load of tat, but I know a lot of locals love to go there to buy used goods. They don't sell anything new, just so you know. It's all used shit. So if you're looking for something that you can't buy new, well, you can buy it there. Points to the number 1, says, this is the Guildhall Haven. Honestly, I've been telling them they need to change the name for ages. There's no actual guilds there, just kiosks. As you are keenly aware, and then like looks around, and I'm sure you're one of them, loads of people send, adventurers here to get their petitions gone through, and they've got to get some posts up, and so they've got like kiosks for all the little guilds, at least local to Lower Orchard and some in Western Huyen. They've got posts here, also the post office and the bank, if you need to be doing any sort of international transactions, have it there.
Which
point? This is 1. It's the Guildhall Haven.
Oh, I was wondering like which like bank, because you know how there's like 3 different types of like banking lines. Which is it?
He says, we've got only Darrow Chest and Overworld General Banking. No merchants over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, really cooking me.
Listen, this is not Hagen. what else? Where was I? So he points at 5. He's sort of like just going in the direction of like his finger. 5, this is the overgate. If you're headed to the lower city, you take the overgate, you pay the fee, you get through to the lower city. Points at 8. This is Socky Road. If you've got, you know, to be close to the city center, I'd say you go there. They've got some, how do I say it? Sort of blessed item shops. I would be a bit careful because some of it is fake. You know, we try to run an honest city here, but you know, there's always ne'er-do-wells who come up. You know, lots of people come in the town. We don't even know where they're from. Sometimes they like to set up shop, sell it if it's a real blessed item. But at Socky Road, if you keep an eye out, you'll find something nice. Literally, yes, just like the Jesus merch stores. 10, he points to 10. He says, this is Galleon House, for a sort of, and then like squints at you and Eulalie, who both look like clean rich, like second generation, like rich kids. You know what, you'd probably be best staying off in Galleon House. People who are a little better well off like yourselves tend to stay there. It's better wine, better ale, better beds. But you'd best be heading off before dusk. I'd be surprised if it isn't already full up. And then points at 9, and then looks behind you to see the normal people in your party. If you can't all afford in the Galleon House, a lot of people setting up camp in the Ripples. Mostly just the adventurers that were paid not that much by their patrons. But, you know, we've got some desperate souls in there too. So if you want to set up camp and don't mind the water, the Ripples is for you. Points at 6 and says, this is the Comet Dusk Archive. All of the priests and the clergy people, the acolytes, they all live there. I've never been there myself. It's closed unless you are part of the clergy, or have permission from the Queen and her adjuvants, but you know, they live there. And then points at 11, this is Port West. If you're looking to get back onto the rivers and get out of here via the water, you take Port West. And then points at 3. Obviously, you're not blind. That's the After Dusk Court. That's where the Queen lives. That's where the Queen works. That's where you're probably going, if you're very lucky. Or very rich. Or both. Not really sure at this point. Okay, next. And then, like, sort of gently moves you along to be like, all right, you rented 3 donkeys and 2 what did you need 3 donkeys for? And he's like arguing with the next person in line behind you.
Damn. All right.
I am like, I want to make a quick stop at the thrift shop. So.
Oh.
Is
The hand store that he mentioned?
we can. Yeah, the Bello Cowdrey's thrift.
It seems interesting. I think we should. You can often find some cool things.
Everyone's excited. Yeah.
You guys want to go to the thrift shop?
I don't know if you. Yeah, I don't know if you read my all of my NPC lists at the very bottom, but you know, you would know.
Where is that? Wait, where's that? Huh?
Oh, look at it's probably the very last entry.
In what? In your server?
In my
channel?
In my wiki.
Oh, in
your
my
wiki?
It's pinned. Okay, let me open your
God.
wiki again. I did read your wiki and then I like passed out. And it got longer since I last looked at it, I think.
Yeah, it's the very last one, but
you want me to check the very last one?
It doesn't matter though.
Oh, funny.
But just like for DM context, he's like,
oh, that's very ironic, but no. But yes, I can see why you'd want to go. Yeah. You can go to you guys can go to the thrift shop. For those who don't want to go to the thrift shop, the Balsam Heart, which is across the street, is a pub. It's quite busy, but you can all go to the thrift shop if you want. It's gonna be like a quick 20-minute walk. Normally it would be 5, but again, the city is heaving. So where are you gonna go?
Do we want to maybe secure accommodations first because they are all sold out?
Sure, we can just hit the 2 first. It seems like
saying
go to 2 and detour down to 7.
what is it for? If we want to stay at a nice place, a number 10 galleon house would be the place to go. But if we want to, stay somewhere for free, we would be setting up camp at 9 in the Ripples,
9, right?
and then we can also stay at number 2, the Balsam Heart. But it's kind of far from the city center, and apparently, just kind of mid. So
Well, I think we can just check out the vibe at number 2, right? Like, what's it like? What's the price level like? Are you guys too crowded even? I don't think 10 is a great place to stay. I'm not gonna lie. Judging from what that guy said, it seems like a lot of rich kids live there, stay there. So I guess we can just check out 2 and see how it goes first.
Okay.
well, I'm going to 7.
Okay, so you're splitting off. Who's going to 7 and who's going to 2?
Sorry, speaking in
Oberon
numbers is confusing me so much.
You can see the map if you'd like, Charles. It's on Owlbear.
All right, I forgot.
Yeah,
Okay.
you should look at that. It'll be easier to.
Yeah.
I made a little thingy. So, but 7 is the thrift shop and 2 is the Balsam Heart, which is the inn.
I'm going to 7.
Okay, yeah. Put your votes in now, where you are going.
Because I assume it would take more time for us to move as a group to go to 2 and then 7, right? So it's better to just kind of scout, like split up and scout.
I think we should just go. We should just go to 2 and then
Yeah.
go to 7 later.
I don't think it
'Cause
makes
we-
sense to split off to 7 right now.
All of you dragging
I think
over
it's
onto
only-
2.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
better than wasn't to 7
Then
right
we
now.
can
so-
shop together because
Yeah.
it's like, all right, like if any other one of us wants something, then what do we do, right? We'll still end up at 7.
Okay.
Okay, if everybody
Yeah.
wants to go to 7,
Okay, all of you heading to 2. Beep beep.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys make it
what are the
to.
vibes?
You guys push through the crowds after having deposited your horses and cart. You make it to the Balsam Heart. It is a brick building. It got a little bit of ivy growing around the outside. There's a couple of like empty and cracked growlers on the floor and like mugs and stuff. Looks pretty rowdy inside. You can see some people bumping up against the windows of the outside of the tavern, but it looks warm. You can definitely hear it as you come closer to it. The sign above the tavern has a white stag. And the wood behind the sort of white stag is made of balsam wood. I'm explaining the name. And as you step inside, the sound of the tavern sort of like washes over you like a wave first. And then the smell of the tavern washes over you like a second wave, kind of like a tsunami does. It is rank with alcohol in here, and it is loud, which is kind of scary because for like at this point functionally it is like 9 a.m. but people are in here, they're drinking, it's loud. It's almost as if the party from last night did not abate at all, and it instead has just continued into today. But yeah, you make it into the tavern, loud, raucous. You can push your way to the front if you'd like.
I just posted a map guide, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, this is great. Oberon is thrilled to see so many people up and partying at night.
Oh,
Up and partying at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
dude, I do.
I guess we.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. I think like it feels like the party don't stop in here.
Yeah.
Almost,
Awesome.
right? Then did Oberon want to do something?
No, I think we're all just heading up to the
Yeah, to the front, right?
the front to see what the prices are like, right?
Yeah. Just ask if they have space at all, even because it seems very crowded here.
I do lean over to someone and be like, if we want to, like, set up camp or like stay somewhere, and you don't want to stay at the like close to the city center at the Galleon House, the guy said that people are setting up camp in the Ripples at
Yeah,
number
the
9 for free.
Ripples, right?
So,
Yeah, I was
might be
thinking of that
better-
too. better option for us, even. Because
Yeah,
the last
I
time
don't.
because like I don't know, the last time we interacted with rich kids, we got like fucking mugged in the middle of the night. I'm not sure if like that's the kind of scene we want to go in again.
Oh, I don't think Same was there for. Wait, you were there? No, no. Like
I was
they were
there.
rich kids. Oh yeah, they were
Yeah.
rich kids. They were straight up like what is it? The rogue guild members.
Yeah.
They were just robbed rich people.
Yeah, we could go
so-
set up camp instead.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So should we leave?
Well,
Probably.
we can ask
Still
real
ask.
quick what the prices are and how
Yeah.
filled up it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you could make your way
We
up
head
to
up
the
to the
bar. You can see there are a couple of bartenders there. There's one that's slightly less busy than the others. They seem to be like cleaning some glasses. It's the fastest glass cleaning you've ever seen. They'll clean one, slide it down, it gets refilled with who knows what. Immediately get a new one, clean it down, slide. They're not washing the glasses, by the way. They're just wiping off, like throwing out the leftover liquid that gets, was in there, wiping off with a glass and then sliding it down. There's no water involved.
All right.
But yeah, this is a like a wood elf like doing this like quickly, sees you, looks up and says, "Welcome to the Balsam Heart. How can I help you?"
Hello.
Hello.
We are wondering how much the rooms are here for 6.
Looks at all of you. We've got 2 rooms left. 1 silver per room, 1 silver per person. You have to squeeze. Shared bathrooms. No private accommodations left over. Sorry. Hey, can you like turns around? Hey, could you pass me the spice? Thank you. And then it almost hits their head, like a cup flying from the kitchen behind them. They catch it, fill it up, and then throw it down the way. You staying or not?
Well, do you guys want to stay?
I think it's too far away from the city center, so probably not anyway, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, next.
All right.
And drop another drink. Pass it on.
Okay.
Can I move the token?
Oh, here. I don't know if I can give you guys permission to move it. I'll
I
move it. Just tell me.
So I thought. Let's go to 7. Yeah, I was like, why can I move it? I was confused. Let's go to 7. We head over to the thrift shop.
Yep. You cross the road, slowly but surely, pushing through the crowd of people, into what looks like a bigger crowd of people. This seems to be, as you like sort of come across the front entrance, it is a maybe one of the like larger buildings in the area, an oddly shaped, almost like a wedge of cheese. One extremely like narrow point, and it widens out to like fill out the rest of the street. At the top you can see it says Bell Ow Cadre Thrift. Some of the letters that are in your map are missing from the sort of name sign, and you can see where the letters clearly used to be, but someone either took them or they fell off. But there are lots of people sort of like milling in and out, like coming in and out of the shop. People coming out with these big sort of like black linen bags. You can't really see what's inside them, but there's the store. It's big cheese-shaped store.
We roll investigations to see what we find, or should we look for something specific?
Yeah, you can all give me just an investigation check to see if you find anything interesting. See what you find.
Okay.
10. Awesome.
24.
24.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Oberon's wandering around with a little nostalgic
While we're
smile.
waiting, if Kevin wants to exchange all the gems we found to gold, would he
Negative
go
1?
to bank?
What?
Wait, what?
Wow.
But negative 1?
Wow.
Well,
The
that's
nat
a
wow.
I don't even know if I have well, I'll pick something for you, don't worry.
It'll be funny. Let's
18.
Okay, let's start with the highest and go down. Who's the highest? I think it's Oberon? Question mark? 24.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Oberon, you find like sort of milling about in there a fairly interesting like little box. It just catches like the corner of your eye. The edges of the box is like torn, kind of like looks like someone has bit a corner of the box. But you know, it is it like sort of rattles around in your hand as you pick it up. You just see a little tag like sort of tied around it with a ribbon, and inside it says deck of illusions parentheses incomplete close parentheses.
Incomplete.
It's like tied shut with a ribbon, right?
Yeah, it's tied shut with a ribbon so people don't open it until you buy it, I guess. What the hell is that fixture? I don't even think about it right now.
No money.
I'm not thinking about it right now.
Crazy.
Great. So that's what you find.
Oh
over
my
on-
god.
Who's next? I think Avani is next.
I think
Ye-
Hako and
19?
Vanya tied at
Hako and Avani are
19.
tied. Okay, I'll do Avani first. Avani, you find 19. What can I give you for 19? Let me see. Oh, okay. You find what looks like a little bottle, almost like a little flask, actually. It has like, again, a ribbon sort of tied around the mouth of it, and a cork. And you can also tell that like the bottom is dented in a little bit, but the tag that's on the ribbon says iron flask parentheses unopened comma demon question mark gin question mark empty question mark close parentheses.
Question mark.
Yeah, there's many
All
question marks. But it is very sealed shut at the moment, with the ribbon and also the cork, and also you can see a little bit of the cork. It kind of looks welded in. But yeah, you have a little iron flask in your hand, and then Hako, you also rolled a 19, huh? Let's see. You find... Let me find it. Oh my god. 1 second. Oh yeah. Okay. You find a little pouch. It is red and it has, again, the same ribbon sort of tied around it. And it has like a couple of like patches sewn onto, like that. It does not look like a very clean pouch, to be fair. And you can hear there's like two little things like clinking around inside. And the ribbon that's tied around the pouch says, firecracker crystals, parentheses, red, comma, green, and then comma, question mark, inert, and then close parentheses. And that's what you find.
Oh. Firecrackers, huh? Awesome.
Okay, next is, I think Eulalie and Kevin are tied for 10. Kevin, you find, let me see. Oh, you you find sort of in the garden section. Not sure why there is a garden section, one, and why you're there too. But you do find what looks to be like a long, like rolled up sort of tube. You can smell like earth and grass coming from the tube. It's like tied up again with another ribbon, and it says grass carpet parentheses used comma dog, and then close parentheses.
Used comma dog.
Wait, what? Carpet?
Grass. Grass carpet parentheses used comma dog close parentheses. And then Let's see. Beep beep beep. Next is Eulalie. Oh, you'll like this, I think. You're sort of like flying around trying to find something. And you almost bump into it and it almost falls down, but you catch it last minute. This looks like a pitchfork. It's got 4 prongs on it. And you can see like 2 of them are bent. But there's like a little hole in the like middle of the pitchfork that looks like something might come out of it. And then it's like the twines are sort of wrapped around with ribbon. And it says instigator's rod, comma, needs repair, close parentheses, I mean. So that's what you find. And then finally, last but not least, Sunmei. Oh, do I want to do it? I really do. Okay, Sunmei, you find like a binder. Like it's sort of like made of leather, and it is sealed with several layers of ribbons. And the tag just says contents unsure. But it has caught your eye.
Yeah, I just see unknown thing and I'm like, it's either cursed or like really really juicy. Right, so I picked it up.
Well, Yaoi, that's what it is.
Well,
Yeah. Well,
unsure of content is yaoi. Well,
the store does it have like a, you know, if you take off the ribbons you have to buy it.
Oh yeah, you open, you buy. There's many signs around the store that says you open, you buy, you break, you buy, you sniff, you buy, you lick, you buy. Many like you verb you buy is like sort of pasted around the store, almost like you would like trying to exorcise someone with, you know, those like exorcism like paper strips that you like put around the house. It's like that, but it's you buy.
Okay.
Are there yeah, I was just gonna say, are there price tags on it?
Oh
Yeah.
no, you have to come up to the front.
Damn.
Okay,
I'll get it appraised, I guess. All
Cool.
our things.
I'm grabbing my thing and going to the front.
You go up to the front and then you see what is possibly the most crotchety old gnome you've ever seen in your life. Oberon, I don't know how many gnomes you've seen in your life, but this has got to be the oldest one. What?
Look, I would know gnomes.
You would know gnomes. Yeah. Yeah, you would know gnomes. Yeah, this is the oldest gnome you've ever fucking seen. She's got sort of like pink hair, like not like a pastel pink, magenta, flaming magenta, tied into 2 like pigtails at the back of her head. She's got like huge oversized gloves on, and 3 pairs of goggles sitting on her head. One of them is like has one of the eyes like shattered out. The other 2 definitely not the size for like gnome eyes. And she's like scribbling in a notebook and like making transactions, and you like come up to her in the queue. And she looks up at you and she says, "Hello, welcome to Cadres. What would you like? How can I help you? What do you want?"
Oberon shows her the deck of illusions incomplete and is like, "My fine lady, how much for this deck of illusions?"
"You didn't read the sign?" And then taps a huge sign next to her. It's all in Gnomish, which I don't know if you can read. And she looks at you and she's
"No,
like,
not no."
"Yeah, you can't read that sign? Well, I think a lot of you can't. You should be able to, but I'll tell you, I don't take money. I only take things. So if you got something to trade for me, I'll trade for you."
Like a trade thing?
Oh.
"Yeah, I don't take coin. Don't need it. Got everything I need."
Interesting. All right. I guess. Give me one moment, and I'll hold on. Let me look through my inventory while I guess
Everyone can look through your inventory and see what you want to give up. Kevin, if you read the sign and you can read Gnomish, the sign is in the most legalese language. You can read Gnomish, but you like can barely read this. This is hardly Gnomish. This is like terms and conditions may apply, but the gist of it is like no exchanges, no returns. If you don't like your item, sucks to be you. We are not liable. like this is an ironclad. Essentially, this is a gnomish contract. If you're trading in your item to get something from here.
Right.
I pass this
We
information
can
on.
open. Oh, okay.
Um,
Thank you, Kevin. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Somebody, so intelligent, so smart. Let me. Can we open like our thing to see what it might be worth then? Because if we open it, that means we have to trade for it, right?
Oh yeah, if you open it, she's going to take something from you. Actually, all of you make me after Kevin tells you like the gist of the contract, all of you make me an Arcana check.
Oh.
oh,
I did accidentally cursed ourselves.
Oh,
Arcana?
24.
24.
Oh,
One
Ar-
girl.
No.
12.
much better.
12. Yeah. All of you,
Two.
none of you
Sorry.
sense this except for Avani. And Avani, I think you sense this purely because you've been through the Shaded Tabernacle before. You've heard of this store. And you, I think maybe were even a little prepared for it. When you walk into here, the gnome has a very deep magic, specifically attuned to like items. And walking into this store sends you through like she's basically magically scanned your belongings, so she knows what you have. And so if you open something, she will take something of value from you that is equal in her eyes, unless you would like to offer it yourself, and then she will think about it. But she's got a hold of, she doesn't have it physically with her, but she knows what you have in your inventory.
Avani will tell you that. I was like, yeah, she knows. Trust me.
Oh, interesting. Let me see. So we can offer things without opening, right?
Mm-hmm. So essentially, you can offer without opening, and she will. She's more likely to take something of lesser value if you do that. But if you open and then offer, she will take something of equal value.
Right.
I see.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Also, standard
Okay,
practice
then-
for a lot of like magical thrift stores like this one, just so that you guys don't. You know, it's hard to steal from these kind of stores. I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I go up and I'm like, well, I have a wondrous uncommon item, the water skin of voices. Would you be willing to trade that for the cards?
Show me the item. I'd like to assess condition first.
All right. I show it. Monty, if you want to know, there's 2 uses left.
Mm-hmm.
You said it was? Yeah.
Yep. She sniffs it, gives a big old whiff, and says, "Okay, fair trade." And will like pull the ribbon from your item and like wrap it around the water skin of voices. And even though the water skin is bigger than your little deck of cards, the ribbon's just long enough. It just keeps going so that she can tie it over the water skin. And she like puts a little seal on it, puts a little tag. It says, water skin of voices, 2 uses left, close parentheses, and then just pops it on a shelf somewhere to be sorted. Next.
All right. Let me know how much cards are in the deck of illusion, which ones they are.
Yep. If you guys buy your items, I will give you a list at the end, or when we get a break, of what you specifically got.
Okay.
Okay.
Who's next?
I guess Avani will try to trade the box of buttons for the equally unknown bottle.
Ooh. She looks at the box of buttons and she looks at you and she like lowers one of her goggles. She mutters under her breath, lifts the goggles, pulls down a different set, stares at the box of buttons, gives you like a little sly smile and says, "Okay, sounds good to me." Flicks it open, pulls the ribbon from your flask, and says, "It's all yours. Again, you read the terms and conditions. You're gonna have to open it yourself, but..." And then she kind of smirks. "It'll be worth it, I think, for you." And then she'll pull the ribbon across the little box of buttons, tie it up, and then she'll put like parentheses, box of buttons, comma, find out, close parentheses,
Whoa.
and then puts it on the shelf.
Wow. I'd like to trade something, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, like you said, no coins, but what if the item is in the shape of a coin? Is that okay?
Depends on the item.
Here you go. It's I'll hand her the silver coin of Yaris to double check, and say, yeah, I got this
Oh my
off
God.
a similar secondhand store like some time ago.
And you want to trade for, and then she looks down at the book, like the binder you're holding, and
Yeah.
she lets out a big, like almost like dog like bark, like cackle, and she's like, yes, you can have that. And she bites the coin. It sort of bends in half under her teeth, and she grins, unbends it, moves the ribbon, and it turns like really tiny into like a little baby ribbon, ties it around the coin, and then puts it to be sorted. And the parentheses says, parentheses, Yaris money, close parentheses.
Awesome, thank you.
And you have your little binder.
Is this safe to open? Because like it doesn't say anything.
She like looks at you and she's like, open that outside of my store.
Yeah, sure. No worries.
Points to the wall of Gnomish. It says right there.
Okay.
Okay, next.
How big is the roll of carpet?
The roll of carpet is, I would say, you can't tell because you can't really open it, but you know it is at least like 5 feet wide, like tall.
Do you wanna go first? Rain.
You keeping your item or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, do you want to trade for it or no?
Nope.
Oh, so you don't want the pitchfork.
Oh,
The
I mean,
pitchfork.
The pitchfork.
The pitchfork.
Yeah, you don't want the pitchfork? Okay, got it. You kind of put it back. You're like, okay. Kevin, do you want your grass?
You know what? Sure.
Yes.
Can I trade it for the broken braces of arrow dodging?
She looks at it, looks at the grass carpet. Kevin, where's your dog?
I have him like inside my coat. I've just been carrying it.
She,
You know, like those dogs in the bag, but like, yeah.
Oh, she like reaches out and like ruffles the dog's head and is just like, yeah, no prob. And then she'll take your broken bracers and she'll switch the ribbons. And then the bracers now have the ribbons that says like, broken, needs repair, and then puts it back on the shelf. She's not fixing it. She's just putting it on the shelf. And then I think last is Hako. Yeah. Do you want to keep your fight? Do you want them or nah?
Nah, mainly because they don't have much to trade.
Nah.
So
Okay.
they don't got much to trade right now.
Fair enough. Yeah, you guys get all your items in this interesting little trade shop. And she says, pleasure doing business with you. Good luck with your petitions. And then she turns back to the next customer. And you guys are out of the shop. Where are you headed?
Let me see. I think we have to pass by one anyways, like to get through to the underground section. So I guess we'll make our way to the guild hall.
Yep.
Okay. You're in the guild hall. Yes, so as you come sort of so you come to this I will say you're like here. You come to this street and you see that there's a lot of buildings on stilts actually at this part of town. They were sort of common in the beginning of the upper city, but as you sort of come to this like central part of the upper city, you see the guild hall is actually floating with like stilts above several other smaller businesses. And to ascend to the guild hall, there are several like staircases. People are coming up and down. Some sad fuck is trying to pull like 2 crates on like a sledge, with someone pushing it from behind. And they're totally blocking the way on one of the stairs. But there are other stairs to go up as well. And there's just a sign that says Guild Hall Haven, and then underneath bank, underneath guild kiosk, underneath post office, and then like a little, like 2 little star symbols.
Do they need help?
Whoa. One at a time.
Oh. Okay, Avani, you go first. I'll ask Moni this later, but Moni, you mentioned this before, so yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, I was asking, do those people who are struggling with the crates need help? That's all.
Oh, they look like if one false move and they're like halfway up the stairs, one false move and the crate will fall down and take out 4 people with it. So you can help if you'd like.
Okay. I guess we can go. We can go offer to help them. Well, I can go offer to help them with the rest of you.
Yeah, as you
Kevin
come,
will follow Fanny.
As you two get closer to go help, and whoever else is coming, you can see clearly as you've like come up the stairs a little bit. These are 2 dogs. These are 2 dog people, and they look weirdly familiar to you. You recognize them from the other campers, I guess, that were camping out in the park in Nuremberg. And they look at you and they're like, "Oh, hello. Oh, I see you've made it. Oh, dear old boy, please be careful with that." And the dog underneath is just going,
Help.
"I told you to bring less luggage. Look, you don't need to bring all the bones. There's no bones. These are your trousers." And I was like, "No, they're our trousers. Keep up." And they're trying to our trousers.
Trousers? Our trousers? I do have enlarged reduce. Yeah, the person that has it is there.
Well, you gonna help him out?
Yeah, I guess I will reduce the box size so they can carry it up the stairs more easily, and yeah, I will re-enlarge it once it's back up. Once it's where they need it to be.
Oh, wonderful! Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. And then both of them sort of like do that thing where one of them bows and then the other one like gets up and then the other one bows and the other one gets up, sort of like alternating. And they like take both of you, like your hands, and shake both of them. It's like, "Oh, thank you. Oh, you seem to be saving us at every turn. Thank you very much, Miss Avani. You were my favorite for a reason. Haha. Well, I'm glad to see we've all made it to the shaded tabernacle. Hee hee. Oh, after all that dreadful business."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good to be here safely.
Yes.
I would say without incident, but well, incidents did happen.
Oh well. I'm like looks down the stairs at the rest of you. "I'm glad to see you've all gotten through it more or less intact. It was truly just a bit of an awful stretch there, but you know we're here now, and like sort of looks around. We're meant to be waiting for our hired adventurers for the petition soon, so hopefully that they get here before dusk today. Seems like they're on their way as well. Maybe they've run into some issues."
Ooh. Well, I hope they make it in time.
Right.
Any
well,
recommendations for where to stay?
Oh yes. Well, we've come to the tabernacle once or twice before, just for religious reasons, as you know. We quite like staying at the Callian house. It's a lovely quiche that they serve there. Only on Sundays. Really delightful crunch to it. Sometimes they'll even put bone marrow jam on the side. Oh, delightful. I wouldn't stay anywhere less than the galleon house. There's also a little spot in Sochi Road, not really a hotel, more of a what would you call it? And then the other dog looks at me and the other goes, I was like, oh, it's a bed and breakfast, where they will serve you food to break your fast in the morning. Isn't that wonderful? It costs a bit more, but you I know the fellow personally. He sort of rents his house out for these sort of occasions, and I think we were going to stay there, but we've got some friends over in Galleon House, and we're going to house the adventurers as well. So if you are in need of a place to stay, we can ask our friend over in Salty Road. It looks like you've got a big you're a big group with you, so perhaps that is of interest.
Oh, we wouldn't mind asking. That would be nice. How expensive did you say he was running?
Oh, well, usually he's got a bit of how do you say, inflated price because, supply and demand and all that. But I think he's, if we ask, he'd be willing to probably house all of you for the duration of your stay. I don't know, somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe 5 gold for the whole stay. And usually, if your petition is successful and you don't mind him using your stay as a bit of advertising, he's willing to knock the price down to 2 gold. And say, oh, petitioners stayed here and had their prayers answered. It's a bit of good advertising for him, as you see. And we've got a feeling that you all will be able to handle the trials for petition, so I think it's a good deal if you are willing to stay.
I pop my head in as he says, what is it, advertising?
Oh, hello, Mr. the Aasimar. Yes. Well.
I'm like, lovely to see you both again. I just overheard. Do you think we could get a little more of a discount if I were to, say, advertise the lovely bed and breakfast on the now ever expanding coil net? I think it would bring a good more bit of eyes in on the lovely location. Maybe possibly be able to expand because users of the coil net do tend to be in the higher income bracket.
Give me a persuasion roll. Give me a persuasion roll.
19.
The two of them look at each other and they said, we'll have to ask the old boy. He's a bit of a troglodyte with these things. Both of us, we're on the coil net. We've got our little devices, and they pull out these 2 little clamshells, and it's like I don't know what the phone was called, but it was those really tiny baby phones with like the tiny screens that you had back in it's basically a tiny little clamshell like flip phone, but it's inside an actual like oyster shell. And they say, we're quite connected with the coil net, but you see, he and in general religious parishioners, they don't tend to avail of those services, so I'm not entirely sure how much it would be of use to him, but it won't hurt to ask. I'll ask him for it. But for sure, if you're able to get your petition heard and through the trials, then I think he'll definitely do the discount of 2 gold for the stay.
2 gold per person, or
for the
person.
For the whole, how do you say, abode?
The whole group?
Right, yes.
Oh, that's really good.
Awesome. That sounds great.
That's really good.
Right, yes. It's because he is my friend, and he's our friend, and then the other dog is our friend. Yes. Oh, I will send him a message, magically. We are at the post office, after all. And if he should be ready in about, 45 minutes or so. The old chap is quite quick. If you're willing to stay there, I'm sure he'll be, we're just going to finish up our business with our luggage here and pay off our adventurers, and then we can head off with you to Sochi Road and show you where it is.
Oh, that
sounds amazing. That's fantastic.
Oh,
Thank
delightful.
you so much.
Yes, of course. Well, I'll leave you to your business in the guild hall here. Well, we should be done in about, 10, 20 minutes, and then it will take a bit of time to get through the overgate and then down to Sochi Road, and by that point, the old boy should be ready.
Excellent.
We'll see you then.
Wonderful.
and the two of them push their little cart on the sled, which now has wheels that they've put on to like one of the post offices, and they start like doing their business there. And yeah, you guys come up. The rest of you, I'm assuming, follow to get up to the Guildhall Haven. It is a like white wood building, sort of like airy, lots of like windows around basically the whole periphery of the building. In the middle there are a bunch of like, you know, like a mall kiosk where like you go into mall and there's like just little like stalls. All of the things in this hall, they're stalls. Nothing is touching the walls. The walls are all like seating and lighting, and like windows. There's stalls in the middle for postage, like those two guys were going to. There's a bank stall that has a bit of a queue. There's a couple different stalls for different guilds, and there's like a food stall here and there as well.
Cool. Mani, I pinged you in my private over on chat. Can we go over to the post office?
You want to go to the post office? Yeah, you can. Well, you can go there after the doggies go there. But they're gonna finish up and then they'll go over to one of the guild halls. I think they're gonna go pay their adventurers. And you can head up to the post office for sure.
It's just I want to reply to the letter in my Oberon channel.
Oh yes, you will have it. Yes. If you ask for it, they'll be like, yes, one letter for Mr. the Aasimar. Here you go. And then they'll hand it to you. It's sealed. I will get that to you later.
Okay. Will you now?
And they see you guys there, and they sort of like squint at the rest of you, and they're like, excuse me, is that Mr. Kevin? We have a letter for you too, sir. And like they pull out three different letters. They're all in different like paper sizes, and they also pull out a postcard for you. The front image that you can see, Kevin, I'll just say because you guys can all see it as it passes hands, is of a little sandy desert and a little palm tree, and then they just hand that to you, Kevin. And
thank you.
So you get 3 letters and a postcard, and that is it for now.
Oh, Kevin's so popular.
Huh.
All right. And then
Anything else you guys want to
what
do?
else is in here? There were banks, and then you said there's basically stalls for the local guild, right?
Yes.
I would like, I think it's at bank where we can cash in some of the gems, right? Or is it at a store?
Generally it would cash in if they're just normal gems and not like magical ones, you can cash them in at the bank. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then I like to turn some of the gems into gold, unless this is the last chance. If you guys need any of these gems for like a spell or something, tell me now.
No.
I think we should keep the 2
I only
moonstones
need diamonds.
just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Where
moonstone maybe.
did y'all get the moonstones from, actually?
I think it's just a loot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, keep it just in case, I think. You know, we're dealing with moon situations.
Moon issue.
Like,
Moon
anything
issue.
with moon, the
Moon's
name
haunted.
is. Okay,
Okay,
but
I'll
moon
keep
haunted
the
is
moonstone and then turn everything else into gold then.
Okay. Yeah, so you can do the math, or I'll do it for you later. But yeah, you can turn everything else into gold. One of them looks at you, is like, would you like the gold to your account, or would you like to open an account, or would you like it back in cash?
I think we should keep all the ones that are named actually, like the chrysoprase, the onyx, the moonstone, like the rest, that literally have a price on them. I think you should cash those in.
Oh, okay.
We might, if that makes any sense,
Okay.
like the ones that are
Yeah, I
named
know what you mean.
normally, you
Yeah.
might have a use for them later. We don't know.
Okay. We'd like them as gold, please. We're gonna be using it soon anyway.
Okay.
Assuming.
So they'll give you the equivalent of money of all the unnamed gems. Is that right?
Time for me to do
Yes.
math.
Yeah, go do the math. Thanks.
And then
Any
And-
other inquiries?
What are there? I think. Can we? I want to check two things just in the general area as we're walking around. One thing, like, what are there any interesting looking guilds? Maybe specifically pertaining to music that's like set around. And then the other one is, do we see any of those sussy what is it? Rogues Guild. What is it? The ridden stag people, or symbols, or people who might be like part of it, like wandering around. We don't want to get attacked or robbed again.
Make me a perception check. Anyone who wants to
Anybody else
look around.
Anybody else wants to
Perception?
also look around?
Perception.
Yeah, perception.
Sure.
Perception.
Perception, you said?
Not high.
Is there, oh, brother.
Perception.
19.
You say.
25.
Kevin is
Ooh.
finally perceiving. 24. Nice. 17.
Ooh.
27.
We're so
Well,
wary of
Ronnie with the natty.
now.
Whoa.
Nat 20.
Spooky. You're so
I think we-
perceiving.
Yeah.
Funny. Perceiving everything in here. Like a bird's eye view.
I'll go with like lowest viable to start. Oberon, you don't see anything of interest, sorry.
Okay.
You see some nice houseplants that are actually thriving under the nice sunlight of the shutters
nice.
outside. Very nice. Which is
Very
to say surprising, because we are again underneath a huge cloud. Hako, which I think, yeah, Hako 17, you see that there is actually a stall for Bard's Guild, one that you just very recently ran into, which is to say the Cantanero Brotherhood has a stall here. And there's definitely some people there. They're playing a song. It has none of the magical qualities that you like ran into previously, but people are tossing a coin into their sort of tip jar every now and again, and sometimes you can see people come up and they like hand them a sum of money. But yeah, they've got a bit of queue at their bard stall. I will say that Eulalie, with your 19, you notice like sort of at the corner of your eye, there's a couple of people that are like not very obviously, but like kind of obviously like looking at you guys and then like whispering to themselves and like giggling, and then like when they notice you looking, they're like, oops, hee hee, and then they like sort of scutter off. So you notice that.
We got groupies.
And then who else was next? Sanmei and Kevin, both of you, and I think also Avani with your 27, all three of you notice there's there's definitely groups of adventurers here and also groups of rich people. You can tell who is who because there's a lot of like meetups here where sort of wealthy looking patrons are handing money over to adventurers, and there's sort of like you can see deals like happening throughout like the sort of tables that are on the edges of the guild hall. There's definitely business happening here. Money is being changed hands. I think all three of you sort of like overhear snippets of conversation as I'm assuming you all sort of split up and wander around the hall for the moment while you wait for the dogs, and all of you sort of hear bits and pieces of conversation being like, so if we end up getting selected, if we pass the trials, it does stay in our contract that we get a 30% bonus, right? I think that should be a 40% bonus because we can't ask our own petition. And then you hear like the patron being like, oh, you really are getting too big for your britches. The most I can do is 35% increase in your commission. And then they sort of arguing back and forth. You guys also hear like, listen, if she like disapproves of your petition once we get it, does that mean we don't get paid? Because I think we went through the effort of going through the trial. I think we should be paid. And then the rich voice goes, oh, well, if I have sufficient, guarantee that you at least tried, well, then I wouldn't be rich, would I? You need to show me results or I'm not paying. And then they start to get into like a little bit of a tiff. And I think, Avani, you noticed this with your nat 20 perception, that there's a group in the corner, like almost like hush arguing with themselves. There is a like a hooded very tall figure arguing with two other people, being like, I didn't bring you here so that you could, shirk out on our deal. I paid for the accommodations out of that hellhole you were in because I knew you were seasoned adventurers. If you aren't going to hold up your part of the deal, then I'm going to have to ask for an IOU. So either you use your petition grant for my request, or you're going to have to owe me a great deal of money. And then you can hear the other two being like sort of being quiet, and one of them goes, I'll give mine up. It's fine. I'll give mine up. You can keep yours, Emmeline. And then the other figure goes like, I can't do that to you. And this catches your attention, Avani, because you recognize one of the adventurers that's like being spoken to by the sort of hooded figure. Almost like weird that you didn't notice them before. They're kind of conspicuous. It's a centaur that you recognize from the Laurels, your games. She was on one of the other teams. A white centaur. I don't know if you remember her name or if you talked to her very much. But I think Kevin would certainly recognize her. This is Lameline Joy. She is a centaur that was part of one of the other teams, and she seems to be here on an adventure.
That's my teammate.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Oberon, you did not notice her. She is there.
Okay.
Wow.
Kevin is just gonna like
Help!
gonna like lean over to Oberon like, hey, wasn't that one of your teammates from Laurel?
I look from looking interestingly at plants and pots, I guess, to I look up and I'm like, oh, Lameline! And I rush over.
So ensemble.
Wow.
Lameline sort of flinches
The
back
room.
from you and is just like, oh, it's you. Hold on one second, and then turns to the person next to her, and who you can see is like a like sort of a green dragonborn, and the hooded figure, which seems to be like a very tall human woman with like dark hair, and she's like, I'll give up mine. It's fine. We'll figure it out. You'll get your petition in once we get through. Okay, it's fine. It's a deal. And if it doesn't happen, I will pay the debt. I have to at this point. If you'll excuse me. And then sort of shakes their hand and turns to you and is just like, hey, is now's not like the best time. I hope you've been good, and like puts a very awkward hand on your shoulder and like gives you a grimace that you know is just her way of smiling. What are you doing here?
Wait. I have a quick question. It's not the person next to Lameline.
Mm-hmm.
Is not Verity.
It's not Verity.
Her wife.
No, it's not Verity.
Oh,
It is a green scale dragonborn.
green scale dragonborn. Okay. Scale dragon, let me. I look at her and. Was it Lameline who gave up the petition or the dragonborn?
They were both fighting to give up the petition, and it's sort of unresolved at this point.
Oh. I kind of like frown a little bit at I guess the hooded figure just like kind of walked away, right?
Yeah, they walked away. The green dragonborn walked away. But it's sort of like looking back at Lameline like, you good? Do you know this guy?
Wait, the hooded figure who was demanding them to give up their petition was a human woman though, right?
Yeah, she already left.
Okay.
She's gone. She went downstairs and outside.
Okay. I kind of like, I'm like, what was that all about? Why are you giving up your petition? Like, what's going on? This doesn't seem like, this seems a little on the, some sort of extortion levels of, like, suspicious, you know? Like, are you in trouble?
The green dragonborn, like, looks back and, like, grabs Lameline's, like, arm and is just like, hey, we gotta go get our, spot at the tavern before it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna hold it for long. And she starts to, like, the dragonborn starts to pull Lameline away, and she looks at you and she's like, hey, it was nice to see you. I I'm kind of caught up in something right now. I'll hope maybe see you later, maybe at the petition. Good luck. And she'll turn and then she'll try to leave.
Can I do a? Is it too fast? Because I want to grab Lemeline real quick and do a persuasion check and be like, if you need some, like, if you're in trouble or need something, please let me know. You know.
You can make me a persuasion. You can give me a persuasion check if you like.
26.
She looks at you and like her eyes sort of dart towards the dragonborn and then looks back and says like, yeah, well, I'll see you around, Oberon. And she'll turn and she'll walk out with the dragonborn.
Okay. I'm like, this doesn't seem right. And where's you know, like where's like I like wander back to the party. And I'm like, well, I don't know who the dragonborn is because nobody recognizes the dragonborn, right?
No, you guys don't know her. No.
Okay. I'm like, but it's strange that, you know, Lemeline isn't with, you know, Verity, because, you know, they were both in the Laurels too, right? So I'm like,
Do you know anything about this Lemeline's background? Would it be normal for her to be here in the first place?
Well, I know from Mani's lovely wiki, and then told me, Lemeline, I pried it out of Lemeline during the Laurels that Lemeline and Verity joined the Laurels because they wanted to find a better living. Their home in the saltpeter
docks. Yep.
The saltpeter docks were devastated by dust storms, and shipping in the region, it has basically like stopped essentially. So, you know, dust hurricane destroyed their homes in the saltpeter docks. So it seemed like they were in a bit of a financial struggle, and what is it very and you know, I'm like kind of worried that, you know, if Verity isn't with Lemeline, something bad might have happened to her, or maybe she went home, but I don't know. It did seem like, you know, with the whole, they mentioned something, I overheard something about a debt, a very large debt. So yeah, so it doesn't, I don't know, it seems like they're in a bit of a pickle, especially considering that Lemeline and Verity were not very well off to begin with. So
and we did hear a lot of people talk about like getting pay cuts if they would, you know, take the trials up in place of rich patrons, right? Which could be linked to that.
Well, you know, I told Lemeline to basically let us know if there's any issues. So hopefully, you know, if it is something really bad, maybe we could help out. But, you know, for now. Oh no! Bye, Eulalie!
Bye, Eulalie.
Bye, Eulalie.
Some awful thing Lord Drop may or may not happen to her while she's gone.
We put her in the bottle.
Okay, well, maybe Eulalie's like, I'm tired, and then goes to sleep, you know, in somebody's pocket.
We open the iron bottle and Eulalie gets sucked in.
Oh my god.
Eulalie jail. That's what the bottle was for.
Yeah, well.
Wait, Moni, can Oberon put Eulalie in his fur pocket?
Well, Rain's not here to say no, so.
Yeah.
Here she goes.
Good night, Eulalie, and Oberon.
Good night, Eulalie.
Whoa.
It's a very little code, okay?
Why was
your fur?
Why was that so ominous?
Yeah. Okay. And then, okay, well, I think it's been enough time so we can meet up with the dog people again, right?
Yeah.
So the dogs will come to you and they'll go, we're all finished, and I've talked to my old chap, and he says, sure, no problem. You may come and stay at my abode, my bed and breakfast for the duration of the as long as the court is in session, I suppose. That's what he said. Shall we go? Have you all finished your business here? Oh, wonderful.
Yes, why not?
Yeah.
Right. Well, right to go. It's right this way. Come. And then the other dog goes with him, pulling this like sled of like what is essentially, as their words say, a box full of trousers. It seems lighter now, but he's still pulling along the box. And they're gonna walk with you guys over to the Overgate. As you walk through the streets, you sort of go down from the Guildhall Haven over to the aforementioned Overgate. You can see that it is a like sheltered bridge that goes. You sort of go up before you go down, and you can't see the stairs that go down. But it's like as you go up, it's quite well lit, and the stairs like come into view. They are wide, like very, very wide, like can probably put horse carriages on it if you really wanted to, levels of wide. But it seems like there's no wheeled things that really go down here because there isn't a ramp or anything. And so you guys can make your way over to the Overgate. Right halfway through the stairs, there's a bit of a like blockage and a queue as you come across a sort of toll area, and the person there is taking down people's information as they enter the lower city, the lower half of the Shaded Tabernacle. And the worker goes like, all right, registered. Next, entrant, please. Hello. Name and occupation and reason for entering the lower city, if you would.
Nobody else gonna go. I'll go first. Oberon's like, Oberon the aasimar, adventurer, bard, what is it? A part-time coilnet vlogger, here for the after this court petition.
Okay, Oberon the aasimar, petitioner. Do you know where you will be staying for the duration of your time in the lower tabernacle?
I think and then I kind of gesture at the entire party, including the dog people. Oh no, the dog people are going to the, never mind, Galleon House. So my party only is like Southshire Road's bed and breakfast.
Oh, okay. So you're staying at the Southshire Road bed and breakfast. Right.
Yeah.
Next.
Alright. Yes, we go through, right?
Yep. They'll just everybody just gives their name and occupation, where they're staying, etc. No one wants to do anything special.
Go.
I think that was I think it was Yachty's.
Yachty?
Oh
Yeah, it was Yachty's. I heard that. Funny.
My parents don't ask me to eat. They just
I heard
eat,
the Korean,
and then
and I'm
like
like,
I need to go out and search food.
Okay, yeah, you all make your way down through the Overgate. There is a 1 silver entrance fee, so make sure you deduct that from each of your inventories. It is their toll. Yep,
Party
from
fund,
you
I
can do from
guess?
the party fund as well. Yep.
Yeah, party funds.
Yep.
Okay.
You gotta pay. You have to
So
pay.
that'd be 6 silver, right?
Yeah, you will pay 1 silver anytime you go in and out of like between the lower and upper city. This is just their way of making sure that the entire city does not get run down when petitioners come. Taxes, you know how it is.
We just forget that
Taxes.
Yuli's in Oberon's pocket.
Yeah, Yuli does
we
not get
pay
registered
5?
actually. So you guys pay
Okay.
5. Yuli's unregistered because she's asleep in your pocket.
Does
nobody
Olive
remembers.
pay, or
Hmm?
it's a dog, so it doesn't count, right?
That's a
The
dog.
dog?
You don't need to register the dog.
Okay.
But they do mark that you have a dog with you. Be like, Kevin, petitioner, asterisk, dog.
Dog?
Asterisk dog.
Yep. In case you come back and the dog not there, they're gonna be like, "Where's the dog? You can't just leave it wandering down the city. You can't leave it there."
No.
No.
And so you guys pay your silver, you make it through, you come down and you exit sort of like around here next to the Galleon House. And the 2 dogs that are with you, they'll go, let us just take you to Soshi Road and you can stay at the bed and breakfast. The old man has set up a place quite nicely. His name is, I almost said Elmot. His name is,
You should.
No. His name is Elmi the Wise. Don't know why he calls himself the Wise. My man is the dumbest sack of rocks I've ever met. But his name's Elmi the Wise. You can call him Elmi for short. And they take you to this tower at the end of Sashi Road. So Sashi Road is like a sort of like market with a lot of like blacksmiths, and also a lot of quote unquote petitioners paraphernalia. So it's a lot of like little lockets with like what is, as they say, a depiction of the shutter on it, but they all look kind of different. There's like little trinkets for like good luck when you're petitioning, and then like little people are selling jars of paper that you can like they're like, oh, if you fold all of these little jars of paper into stars, and you fold 1,000 of them, then your petition will come true without the court. And it's stuff like that, like religious paraphernalia that may or may not be real. But he takes you over to this. Sorry.
Oh no, I was like, it's like religious memories.
Yes, religious memories. Yes. But he takes you to this big tower, and the sign on it says "No guests allowed." And you see a like sort of a rabbit come out, but like a rabbit person. He's got like these like big, like a heron. He's got like these big, tall, gray ears. A little like patch of white in the middle of his forehead, and he's wearing like a waistcoat, an overcoat, a raincoat, and then socks and shoes and no pants. And he's looking and he says, oh yes, it's the guests. Yes, hello, I'm Elmi the Wise. Hello. Oh, it's you. And then like does a little like nose wrinkle at the two dogs. Oh, you old bastards, bringing people over. Oh, come in. Petitioners, are you? Welcome. And he like opens the door to let you in.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. I'm Elmi the Wise. I said that already. You can call me Elmi the Wise or Elmi if you'd really prefer. Yes, this is my house. Well, my summer home, as you would. I'm normally from Huyin, but the winter's there. Oh, dreadful, awful. Hate it. And so I stay here in the summers. But I keep it open in spring for petitioners such as yourself. Please make yourselves comfortable. There's some tea stocked up and some coffee grounds in the kitchen and whatnot, and we have some usually some spices and what have you, and I'll just collect payment at the end. I'm going to go get drunk with my friends at the Galleon House now. Come, old boys.
Wow.
Show me the trousers you've bought. And he sort of just hops out and leaves you his house. And then the two dogs like wave at you and say, yes, he'll come by in the okay, we have to go now. He'll come back when the petition's over. Best of luck. And they leave with like the rabbit in between them, like hopping. As he goes off, they go off to get drunk at the Galleon House. And they've left you this nice little house.
I guess we have a house to ourselves.
I want to go drink at the Galleon House, but also...
You guys gotta sleep.
Yeah, we have to sleep. I'm like, should we get our rested so we're not exhausted the day after?
Sounds good.
I think you guys
I also want to...
Yeah.
I want to archive. Okay, Overall wants to do so many things, but forced to sleep.
What do you...
I mean, we can do stuff after the petition.
Yeah.
Isn't it once we enter the after dusk court, when court is in session, we're not allowed to leave for that like entire week or something, right? Unless we have special permission.
Correct.
Yes, so we can't do anything once we entered, unless we get permission again. Right? Yeah,
yep.
So Overall is vibrating.
I mean, we could always do stuff after.
Yeah, after the court.
Maybe.
After the court, we have so many.
Unless there's like provisions you wanna go get now before the court starts.
Overall's thinking about Laurel's Con and Heian happening so soon after.
Go to sleep, Amaren.
I've got kind of a question. We're gonna be locked into court for a week, right?
Unless we get permission to leave, right, Monica?
Correct.
My next question is like, sorry, does anybody here know like what's the schedule like for that week? Why does it take 1 week? We'll be fighting people for a week.
You guys didn't ask.
Wait, we don't fight.
I will have Avani, you can make a history check, Avani, to see if you know.
Okay.
Because I think you would be the only one to feasibly have heard of how it works.
Can you give
I will
Avani a bardic
guidance.
inspiration?
Okay, I will also guidance myself
Mm-hmm.
for obvious reasons. So do I so it's bardic plus yeah, that
Yeah.
I'm gonna need that.
Oh.
Oh, I am
Also-
going to need that. That is bad.
I use a 1d8, by the way.
Roll a 1d.
And a 1d8. May I roll high, hopefully? That was...
Can I give
Oh.
my
Okay.
Can I give my inspiration to Avani?
Yeah, sure. You can do that. Just mark
Okay.
that you don't have any
Avani,
more.
Avani, you can re-roll your history.
Okay.
I look at Avani deep in the eyes and be like, recall, remember, you got this.
Understand?
No, it's
Oh
worse.
god, it's worse.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, what
That's
time
my
is
history.
what time is it in the day right now?
I think by the time you guys
Yeah.
get you I've moved you to the lower city scene, but I think by the time you get here, it is like maybe 10:30, 11, and because it is dark, there's like just a little bit of sunlight peeking through to the like underground. It's you getting kind of sleepy. You're getting kind of sleepy. Even if you're
Bonnie,
not
I wish you-
tired. What
I
Grace?
wish you'd let me riz the priest in
Yeah,
Halberdoon. Oh,
that's
not
too
Halberdoon.
bad.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
You didn't let me riz. You didn't respond to my
That's
RP.
too bad.
You didn't.
Anyway,
Oh.
I will say, Avani, with those roles,
Whatever.
you worked with people who have been hired for petitioners before, but I think you yourself have not actually come here as a petitioner or like have been hired. I think you've thought about going through the process for like other reasons, you know, your own reasons, but you haven't actually gone yourself. I think maybe you were too young when the last court was held that you could have petitioned at.
Wait, I have a thing. I have my advanced scrying slate. Could I do a search on the coil net, the coil wide net, to see if there is information?
I will say yes, you will have disadvantage. This is not widely shared knowledge, I think. And also,
Okay.
a lot of people who would have gone through this process are like not going to share it online because the more competition there is, the more unlikely their petition will come through. So.
Okay. What should I investigation maybe?
Yep.
Disadvantage. Okay. Aw, sad.
Yeah.
No.
Unfortunately,
No
nothing
dice.
pops up.
Okay.
While Baron is doing that, can I use identify on the grass carpet we found?
Oh god. Okay, yeah. So you identify this grass carpet. You're just hard casting it, right? Or are you taking 10 minutes?
We're taking a long rest, so I'll just hard cast it.
Okay. Yep. Grass carpet. Here, I will just copy and paste this for you.
Oh, can I ask Kevin for help identifying the book that I got? In case it's cursed, you know? But if it turns out to be normal shit, then like it won't ping. So could you just help me take a look real quick?
Yeah, sure. I'll also hard cast identify on it.
Whoa.
Give me 1 second to type the items. You guys can talk amongst yourselves while I'm writing these out for you.
If
Like-
any of you guys need like a late, I guess an early morning shopping run, I don't need as much sleep as most people do.
Please
So-
remember, Taco ate all your rations.
You guys have
So,
no
You might
rations.
want to get that.
Oh, I
You might
can-
want to
No
get that.
rations.
You might want to get food. I'm just saying.
Well, I guess while everybody's asleep, I can just do like, you know, simple
A food
errands.
run?
Yeah,
A
a
food
food run.
run.
I'll give you some
Sunny
party
and-
fun stunts on May.
Sorry?
Oh, I'll give you the pouch as a party fund then if you wanna go grab
Oh,
stuff.
I'll take a portion. I don't feel safe like going around with all of the money. So just
Okay.
yeah.
I think
Is
I was also wondering how much potion people have.
Yeah.
I have a potion of greater healing, but that's it.
I also have one
So
potion of healing.
Me too.
Um,
I also have a potion of greater healing.
Me too. Wait.
Mm.
okay. Sounds
There's
like
one
an
in the bag of
edible
holding at least.
one.
Yeah. There is
So
one
we
in the bag
now.
of holding.
So basically, we all need. We just all need our food back, right?
Yeah.
Somme, while you're wandering around, could you get some detail on exactly how the court runs? Because it seems
Yeah.
none
I'll,
of
I'll,
us
I'll,
actually.
I'll
Yeah.
ask around just vaguely, like, so, if we get locked in for a week, what's going on? I heard something about trials. Are we, like, killing each other in there?
Eh.
Okay.
Death game match. Oh, I hope it's not more puzzles. Oh god.
Oh.
Yeah,
What you
'cause
mean?
Haha.
if so many of us are going in, I think it might be like one of those. I mean, have you guys
Eh.
have you guys ever seen like game shows where they put contestants on trial before?
I mean, that's kind of. I mean,
Laurel's
is a
too?
Laurel's.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much, right? Like
Laurels too.
you're gonna pit teams against each other,
Right.
like a tournament kind of thing, maybe.
All right. I guess we'll all go to sleep now. And whilst wait,
Yeah.
does somebody want to identify the Kevin mysterious bottle identification?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're waiting for the information in post office.
Okay, we have grass carpet.
Grass carpet.
okay.
Yeah,
I will just like
Oh,
cast
it's
either
a
like
portable
hard cast it.
garden.
Yeah, that's so nice. Actually, can we
Oh, wow.
get some seeds in that
That's
case?
nice.
If there's
Yeah.
any.
We can touch grass.
Oh
We
my
can
god.
literally touch
Grass
grass.
for
Yeah. Can you get some potatoes?
Literally touch.
Wow.
Get some potatoes.
Yeah, you guys can grow stuff. Isn't that nice? Also, it is a little bit maybe too fertilized. There's some yellow dead patches on it.
It's okay. Actually, I was
We
gonna get
have
it for Olive's like heat pad.
doing these roots are normally 1 foot.
Doing the deed pad.
We can eat so much potatoes with this.
Perhaps from a
Fertilize
dog.
his dog pee.
Yeah.
No.
I guess that way we won't have to worry about like losing our rations. We've got like grass.
Potatoes?
Infinite
In-
potato
Y'all
nut.
do know I have a spell that makes food and water? Question mark.
We don't
I
need
mean,
to
if you're-
waste our
Like-
spell slot. We
I mean-
don't need to waste the spell slot. We have infinite.
It's not a waste of a spell. It's not a waste of a spell,
Oh my
brother.
god.
It never said you can grow it instantly.
That's insane.
Rack of various things.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Oh,
It's
Ooh.
my
Jolly
super
after all.
gotcha. It wasn't. Yeah, what could be? I don't know. You
Wait.
don't know.
Wait, harmless
Oh
to
my
there's no
God.
good ones. It's just harmless or deadly or worse.
You don't know.
Ah,
It might be good.
so that's where the backup party thing comes in.
Yeah,
Yep.
maybe. Well.
Oh man.
Okay, so we are not.
various decks of various things.
I would say I wasn't gonna give
Is
this
it
to you
decks
guys.
of various things?
I wasn't gonna give this to you guys, but somebody did roll a -1, so I thought it was
Oh.
appropriate.
So funny.
Oh man.
I look at Summei and I'm like, Summei,
Hmm.
this can be given, as a very valuable gift to people we do not like, or maybe we can, if someone were to rob us or try and rob us again, we can pretend it's very valuable and have the other,
Well,
person who's like, trying to rob us, like be like, oh no, don't open it, and then they'll open it, and they'll get bamboozled.
That's quite smart of you, Oberon. I'm quite impressed by the default to murder.
We have we have to use everything we have to our advantage, right?
I mean, it's not my fault if they pick it off me and open it. This. It
Yeah,
says
and
here
it's
that
not
it's bad
our
to open,
fault.
right?
Yeah, it's not our fault if we encourage the behavior. If we make it seem like it's valuable, you know.
That's true. But for the time being, I think like I think she's kind of glad that glad I didn't open it on the way here. Then could
I
have
really
exploded.
wish you did. That would have been interesting. I'm doing your flask right now.
Yeah, let's go. I can't wait.
Is there any other thing that needs to be identified, or is that it?
Did anyone buy it? Overall bought something, right?
I got the incomplete deck of illusions, but that's actually useful. I don't think it'll kill me, so I don't think there's any bad. So I'll just wait for the list of whatever cards are in there.
Okay.
But oh yes, the soul jar, the mysterious bottle. I think Moni's still writing that right now.
Can
Oh, continue.
How many supplies do we need? Like enough for how long? And well, everybody, right? But like
a week?
A week.
A week
At
yeah.
least.
Okay.
A week
Yeah.
and some potatoes.
Whoa. I'll get some potatoes for you. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Is the soul jar what happens when you pull? Oh, what? The soul jar.
Wow. It is Eulalie jar. Jail.
Eulalie jail. Oh, speaking of Eulalie's still in my pocket. I'm like, oh goodness. And then I gently take Eulalie out and like look at her, and then I guess I'll fluff up a pillow in the corner or something and just put her on there. She's still sleeping.
The Airbnb, the bed and breakfast that you guys are in, it has 3 bedrooms and a like large living room. Each floor is a bedroom because it is like basically like a tower. And there's there's a spiral staircase in the middle, and then one of the floors is entirely a kitchen and dining room. One of the floors looks like a den. And then the underground floor is a cellar. The main floor is like the entryway, and then each successive floor up is a bedroom.
Can Oberon do because if there's a den and stuff, there has to be a library or something. Can he do an investigation check to see if there's any interesting books, information about, I don't know, things in the general area, or I don't think there'd be a book about the court itself, though.
No, I will tell you now without checking, all of the books in the library are gardening books. They're all about gardening, growing plants, growing food, growing herbs. They're all gardening books.
Oh, well, maybe I guess that means Kevin can. Yeah, I was gonna say now you have a carpet to use that advice on.
Somebody look, and it's like 101 guide to gardening, easy like gardening on grassy plots or something.
Wait, I have while we're doing like the preparing, awesome, Monica. If we're going to long rest soon, could I do my hidden ace and imbue a spell?
Yes, you can.
Yay! Thank you.
Yippee. Which one are you doing?
Aid.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm storing my 5th level aid in there.
Yeah. That would be smart.
So I can use it tomorrow. Yeah.
would be ideal.
Very ideal. I love this. Thanks for letting me have it.
Of course.
It's so fun.
Oh, Kevin's identify. Oh yeah, there's something in there. You don't know what, but Kevin's identify. It tells you, Kevin, there's something in there. Kevin wants to. It's so loud, Kevin. And then the identify spell cuts off.
What the
hell?
What?
It's so loud.
Is identify spell supposed to work like that?
Weirdly enough,
there's something is in there.
Your identify spell, Kevin. You've been noticing this. I meant to type this to you, but I'll just tell it to everybody. It normally just tells you stuff normally. You just know stuff in your head without a voice. But every now and again, and I think this has happened before, it is almost as if someone is speaking the information and identified to you, and it's the same voice. It has happened to you maybe 3 or 4 times in your life, but the last 2 recently after the laurels.
Is there anything peculiar about this voice? Like, is it like feminine, masculine?
It's hard to
Have an
pin
accent.
down. It's a little hard to pin down. It has a very neutral accent.
Okay. And it's talking in common, right?
Yeah, speaking to you in common.
Well, Hibanye, I think something is in there, and I don't think it's anything good.
Oh. So we shouldn't open it either?
I mean, if you want to open it, I'd recommend like opening it at dire situations where, you know, it would
Right.
harm our enemies more so than us. Fingers
Okay.
crossed.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any details about, like, what it could be?
Nope.
No,
It's just
I don't know.
very
It's just a
loud.
vibe I got.
Just
Yeah.
you're mentioning it's loud. Loud? Huh. Interesting.
Ominous. Alright.
So I'm assuming you guys are doing your long
there-
rest. Anything else?
Yeah. I assume any more investigating around the house doesn't really come up with anything useful, right?
Nope, you just find some family pictures of this rabbit and you know his little rabbit family. He's got two twin sons. They're both rabbits. And then he has like one daughter, like a little white rabbit with like sort of like droopy lop ears, little tear in the corner of her eye.
Oh.
A little familiar, but you're not sure where.
Wait. It's that crybaby
Familiar?
rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe you remember
It's that
her.
crybaby rabbit.
It's that crybaby rabbit.
Familiar.
It's,
Mm-hmm.
it's what
From
was their
Halberdian,
name?
right?
Yes.
Yeah, Haddison.
Haddison. It's a family that loves to host people.
Oh,
Right.
cute.
Hee
The
Haddison.
crying bunny and
Haddison, daughter of
Come
Elmi.
on. You want to give me
the contender.
Deck of Illusions cards now or later?
Oh,
I would like it maybe now.
I can
use
give it
it,
to you now.
But
You open it, there's 4 cards in there. And your 4 illusion
Wow, incomplete.
cards. Yeah,
Or cards
it's
are really cool today.
it's very incomplete. You have, I'll just put them here. Oh, someone's phone.
Oh, I used to have knock. I'm so sad.
Well, you have a rogue, which is basically knock at all times.
Wait, what's knock do?
It
Open
just unlocks
doors.
doors.
Oh.
I guess because it works on magical like sealants, basically. So
It also
Yeah.
makes a loud ass knocking sound, so it kind of
Yeah,
alerts
that's-
everybody with the clapping of your cheeks.
Yeah.
I
So-
see. I see.
It's one of those spells where it's kind of mysterious, but it's pretty good at like magical locks, mainly for the risk. But if it's a normal lock, we just make you do it, Oberon or Kevin.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, I love being a welded stuff can open with a knock anyway.
I guess while everybody is like sleeping, I'll spend like 2 to 3 hours to buy supplies for everybody.
Ooh, yes.
And
Right.
also,
Rations.
And also like
need
you know
to-
on the way like if I have to stand near like middle-aged women or whatever, I'll just ask about the trials, like what the fuck is going on in this city.
get some information for us, Sunmay.
Uh, she'll try, but like,
Trust.
You gonna try for information?
I'm
Go
supposed-
ahead. You can
Okay,
make
it's
it.
a submission
tell me
information.
tell me how much the grocery run will also cost. I can pay out of their personal pocket first and claim it from the fund later.
Let me see how
Okay.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get one
Okay.
of you.
In the meanwhile, I give a bardic inspiration to Sunmay
Oh,
as well.
thank you.
Yeah. Doing a long rest. Hold on, wait. What's my? I think Kevin's bardic might actually be higher. It might be better for Kevin to give it to.
Kevin's
Let me
gonna
double check.
Doesn't that
Oh,
one
I'm a
last 2
D6, yeah.
minutes?
Kevin might be a D8 right now.
Okay, I also gave you
Okay,
a
it's-
bardic.
Thank you.
You have 2 bardics. Yippee.
Can you hold 2 bardics? Wow.
Oh, can
I
you?
think only one. If it's only one in
I'm
that
pretty
case,
sure.
Kevin's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Kevin gives a bardic. You have 10 minutes. Oh, so I guess like maybe just
Okay.
before we sleep, Kevin gives a bardic, and Sunmay, you run out that door and you grab the nearest person who looks intelligent enough to know what's going on.
He was like, I don't have time.
Okay.
Tell me what's going on at the
You-
trials.
Okay, go for it.
My companions are in
make,
danger.
make me an investigation check with your bardic.
Investigation?
Yeah, because you're looking for someone who
Yeah, actually,
knows.
I think this might be. I should use the bardic on this. And then I'll add 1d8 to it.
Okay, roll high.
Oh, total 19.
Hey, that's not bad.
Whoa.
So
Yeah.
after you go
Okay.
shopping, I think rations cost 5 SP if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
So buy however many you want for 5 SP each.
Okay.
Remember, one ration is for a whole day, for one person. So yeah, but with the 19, you, after getting blessed by Kevin, run out. You're like, person, and you grab this. Actually,
You grab.
let me check something.
Oh.
Let me
What?
see who you
I'm
grab.
scared.
Roll me a 1d20. Roll me a 1d20. There.
Okay, sure. 16?
Swag. Okay, you grab this person who's wearing sort of like longish white robes, and you sort of shake them up and down. They're like, oh my god, oh my word, hello, hi, how can I, hello, how can I help you? Can you stop
Okay.
shaking me, please?
Sorry. I have limited time to ask this question, so I beg of you. Are you a local?
No, I am not. What do you, are you
Okay,
hurt? Do you have an emergency? Or
Kind of. See, my companions, they forgot to ask. I assumed that they knew. But could you tell us anything about the so-called trials at the After Dusk court? Why do we have what's going on? I thought that we'd only be in there for a day. Then they told me, "Oh, we're going to be in there for a week." Like, what's that about?
and then like sort of very gently, I'll show you a picture of this person. Ignore the wine cup, but they look like this. Put it into NPC address book. Just a person you grab. They're wearing nice white robes.
Whoa.
They're like,
Awesome.
okay, just like gently like takes your hands, like, it's okay, calm down, deep breaths. Yes, well, I'm also a petitioner. Very surprising that you didn't look it up before you came here, but you know, I suppose adventurers are that type. No, well, you see, the queen is very busy, and you know, sort of points to the, even though it's like closer to dusk, it's, I think, even more busy now than ever, because people are, you know, getting ready to go into the court. They're like, I mean, you know, she's quite busy, and there's only so many petitions that she can accept. And of course, she does look at the ones. She looks through all of them, and sort of assesses in her own way which ones she will make an exception to accept. But you know, to gain the favor and to catch the eye of the Queen of Lower Orchard, as it is, I think it's fair to ask her to ask us to prove ourselves. and so that's sort of what the trial is about. I've only heard of what it is from previous people who've had their petitions granted, and it seems to be different every year, which is why, they say it's a day, because last year it was, or last court, rather, it was just a day, and she asked every petitioner a single question. If they answered satisfactorily, she would solve it. But it seems this week, the court and the appellates have let us know it's going to take a week. But as to what the challenge is,
it's a mystery.
It's not. I'm unsure. What's your name, by the way? I'll be seeing you in there, so might as well.
Oh yeah, sorry, forgot to introduce myself. My name's Son Mei. What's yours?
I'm Liam. Very nice to meet you. And take both of your hands and like kisses the top of them and shakes them. Very nice to meet you.
Yeah. Oh, are you from Lower Orchard or from around these parts?
Oh, no. I'm from a little town in Asbria. My brother and I were here to, we're here for our own petition, as we've said. We've heard about it, we're not exactly devotees of the Shudder, but I love a good bit of religion, I'll say.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pardon me for the stereotype, but, the last guy I met from Asbria was also super into religion. Is it a hot thing over there, for Asbrians to be into the religious stuff?
Liam looks at you with a little curious, a little amused. Is it not common for where you're from to be into the Arcana, as you say?
Well, I'm from a resort part of He, so a lot of things are more commercial there, I guess. Rather than a passion or true devotion, a lot of things it's a little bit more like cheering for sports teams, I guess. So that's kind of what I'm used to. I'm just not used to other people being genuinely devoted to the Arcana.
Well, I must say devotion is a bit in my blood, so
really?
That seems to be the case, yes. Well, everyone I know is quite, I would say, ardent. Maybe not overzealous, but for sure we make a lot of our lives, about how we can continue to fulfill the sort of direction and roadmap that's given to us by the Arcana. And, no, I've never been to Hayin, and I haven't met very many people from Hayin, actually, so it's interesting to hear that perspective. I'm glad to learn.
Well, I guess there's always different types. We do get different types at the resort every now and then. Wait, do you follow any Arcana in particular, then?
Oh, I mean, of course, we've all got our own personal sort of gods. My brother and I, we have a sort of like a family patron, I'd say.
Oh.
Yes.
Who would that be? I'm kind of curious. Do you have is there anyone that's popular in Asbria?
Oh yes, in Asbria, it's quite popular. The consumption. She's the sort of ruling aspect of Asbria in the way that each of the countries on the coil has one. But I would say the consumption is quite popular in Asbria, that's for sure.
That's your family patron?
Not my family's particular patron, no, but it is a popular Asbrian one. And of course all of the gods are to my taste, in a sense. And then as they say that, you see sort of almost a shadow looming above you. And another individual looks to be human, sort of looms above them, much taller than this person, sort of wider in a sense, but very similar in every other aesthetic way. I will post up their picture here. So this person looms behind them and is it's time to go, brother. The court is being held soon. Do you need assistance? And sort of looms over. Who is this?
Me?
Yeah, it's just looking at you because you're like standing next to his brother. Who is this?
Oh, sorry. I just stopped them for a couple of quick questions. I assume, and suddenly would turn to Liam. This is your brother, yes?
Yes, this is my brother Leon. I'm Liam. This is Leon. Can't you tell we're twins? And they're two completely different heights. They're completely different heights. Different hair textures, but everything else about them is like weirdly similar, like facially speaking.
I think someone would look at him and be like, "Yeah, you guys do look like you're from the same family." Oh, sorry. I must have held your bro up for a little bit too long. Nice chatting to you guys. Do you need to be off to your accommodations? You heading to the court so soon?
Leon just kind of gives you like a bow and is just like, it's of no consequence. He likes to chat.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you are also a petitioner. We'll be seeing you inside the court.
Indeed.
Gives you another nod and like grabs your hand to like give it a little kiss on the top and then shakes it and then leaves with Liam, and then Liam turns around and like waves at you as they're both leaving.
Bye bye. As they're leaving, when they're about like 50 feet away from me, can I use divine sense just in case? Like, are these guys vampires? What's going on?
These
Is
guys
everybody from
vampires?
Asbury like looking weird?
Asbury vampires.
Sorry, I think someone just standing there is like, is everyone from Asbury kind of like, like dark and slinky? Like, what's going on?
Just like a week. Yeah, you can use your divine sense. Can you? I'm gonna look it up again just in case. Divine.
Like, sorry, I
sense.
think she's very used to like stereotypes coming from like essentially like Miori Schultz. I'm like, oh, friends.
Oh my god.
Where is it? Can you post it for me?
Okay.
Oh, it's our first incident. It's happened.
Oh wow, we were
It
doing
took
so well.
long.
We were doing so. Oh, I was like, it sounds a little racial. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Right?
I see it. It doesn't ping off as if there is like a creature as listed on it, but something about it is tingling.
Oh.
Like, maybe it's just that you are in a place with lots and lots of people. You can't even tell the direction that it's from, but something about your divine sense is like something in the air here is divine, or one of the other things.
Okay.
But you are unsure as to which particular thing it would be.
I think like she's also more concerned if her calculation for rations was correct.
Yep.
But not good at the math thing. But I think she bought like 21 gold worth of rations.
Oh, okay.
Is that correct?
Yeah, I think that's for a week for 6 people.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, I sure hope we won't be in there for more than a week because I didn't get anything beyond this, but I'll haul it all the way back.
Eulalie is small, so she probably
should be
doesn't
okay.
even need like full rations. Yeah,
Excellent.
like one ration I think would be enough for Eulalie for the whole week.
So funny. Oh, speaking of, I think like halfway on the way back, somebody remembers Kevin's potatoes, and like we'll go get like
Potatoes.
get a couple of
Potatoes.
like baby potatoes, normal potato, and just like, all right, Kevin. You
Hear
didn't tell me
dog in the
didn't tell
background.
me what kind of potato you wanted. You can have all of these potatoes.
Full of potatoes.
Yeah. It's the same
How many
energy as like
potatoes?
guy goes to the department store to buy pad and doesn't know which one. And just like, okay,
Oh my god. Wait.
Holy shit.
Wait, so fucking true.
So true.
I also put their names if you needed them in the NPC channel.
Thank you.
Yay! Wow. I wonder who these motherfuckers are. I'm so curious now.
Yeah, who are they? Don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna speed us quickly to the court. Yeah, you guys are ready to go out to the court, have all your preps done?
I think so.
Okay, Dusk, sorry, that's Mochi. She's mad at something.
Mochi.
Yeah, that's Olive actually. Just pretend that's Olive. Olive is like, are we going? Bark bark. Are you gonna bring Olive with
so
you,
immersive.
Kevin?
Oh, a wee dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I can leave him here.
Yeah, who's gonna feed the poor thing? Like
Gonna feed the
for a week?
puppers. Okay.
Huh.
So you guys head off. Like, you can see that there is sort of almost a procession of like lights bobbing in the distance, all converging towards almost like this picture that I have for the scene, converging towards the courthouse in the distance. Now that you're in the sort of lower tabernacle, you can see that this building is the same one that you saw when you were in the upper city. It just extends all the way down here. It is truly like a massive building that you can see why the town was built around this as a focal point. You've actually not seen buildings of this size and scale anywhere else in Lower Orchard, including in Halberdoon. This is probably the largest structure that you've seen so far in Halberdoon. Not Halberdoon, in Lower Orchard. And it is probably the biggest structure in Lower Orchard, so to speak. This sort of towering mass of building, imposing and regal, and as you find yourself underground in this lower half of the city, you do note that like as the sunlight beams like sort of break and like fade into dusk, when you saw in the distance when there was still light, you remember the like building in the upper half of the city being white. In this lower half of the city, this building is almost made of like dark sort of shimmering stone, like very reminiscent of like the sky at night. As you like cross the threshold and you are brought to the court. You sort of queue up and you find yourselves in the main atrium of the courtroom. There are other people here as well. You can zoom out a little bit if it's a little wrinkly. And there are a few torches on either side. You see that petitioners are being like sort of identified once more at the door and sort of led to like either side of the court. There are a few chairs. They're empty here. Wow, you need to zoom out a lot. They're empty here, but there are like in reality there's like a couple people sitting there. They seem to be adjuncts, and like sitting in the middle of the adjuncts, you see a woman with sort of dark hair. She's got a couple of like white like markings on her face, as well as gold markings of some sort, and she waits for everyone to sort of fill in. The room is filled with mostly honestly other adventurers like yourselves. You can all sort of tell that people are here with purpose, but there's also a couple of people who are old, people who are quite young actually, and everything in between. I would say there's about maybe 500 people who fill this hall, all told, and the flames sort of like erupt on either side of the court, and a voice both next to you and both far away from you at the same time. You can start hearing it, though you do not see this woman's mouth move, as she says, "Welcome, petitioners, to the After Dusk Court. As of now, the court is in session." And she takes like a hammer and like strikes it at the like pedestal in front of her, and like the rest of the room like lights up in like flame as like all of the torches on either side like burst into flame. And she continues, "All of you are here to seek audience with the Queen of Night, the Queen of After Dusk. But are you worthy of having your petition be heard? She will grant you as she sees fit, but first you must prove that you are so. Is your drive, is your petition worth the effort? We will be here for a brief moment as we take in the settling of dusk, and then we will move on to the petitioning grounds. The process will take 1 week. You are required by the queen to make it to the end. Only 20 petitioners will be heard this year. And as she says that and smacks her gavel, like a low murmur like runs throughout the room. You can tell that people are shocked by the number more than anything else. 20 is very little, at least from what you've heard. So 20 out of 500. A couple of people, like, you can hear them like shout out and being like, 20 is not enough. We were promised. And as that person speaks up, one of the like suits of armor that's in the court like moves towards them, like picks them up and like disappears behind a curtain, and it's quiet again. And anyone who is like sort of clamored about, you know, this is not enough space, including Olive, who is barking, just sort of like gets shushed, or they get pulled aside.
Does the voice, the queen, clarify if it's 20 petitions or 20 individuals?
20
so like we move as a party?
petitions.
Okay, so we can move as a party then.
So you can move as a party. Yep. Also, that is not the queen. She identifies herself as the queen's adjutant, so she's not saying that she's the queen.
Eulalie is still sleeping in my pocket, by the way. I brought her.
Okay, great. So she like tells everybody, like, if this is not to your liking, you may petition again at another date. The queen has many things to attend to this year. Times are strange. There is a looming shadow darker than dusk, which must be addressed. And these petition numbers are a reflection of that. If you are again unsatisfied with the grace that she is willing to provide, come again next time. And then, like, most of the, like, torches dim. And some of the adjutants from, like, the seats around her, like, come up and say, in, like, a smaller voice, like, if you would like to continue with your petition, please line up to the left. If you'd like to move it on till next court session, which will be at a later date, please move to the right. Orderly lines, please, orderly lines. And people start to shuffle left and right, depending on what they want to do.
I guess we're going down the line to get into the whatever the week-long thing is.
Yeah.
Universal Japan.
To Universal Japan. Jesus.
Help.
Yeah, you guys eventually get lined up to the left. They take you like your name, and like if whether you are in a group together. I think Sonmei, you see those two twins, quote unquote twins, the Asbrians. They're ahead of you in the line. They were maybe one of the first to like get into the like, oh, I want my petition now line. Like they scuttled on over there. I think Oberon, you and Avani can see Lameline somewhere like a couple of like paces behind you with that green dragonborn next to her. She's got a hood on, but she's also a centaur, of which there are not that many. So you can tell that she's there. She doesn't seem to want to meet your eye at the moment. And the line is being processed. And eventually you guys are, the people at the right who are pushing their petitions off till next court, they leave the room. And I think at this point there are about 50 of you left, individuals. Yes, it's pared down quite a bit. Because a lot of people, turns out, were just rich people who could not wait. And I think hearing and seeing how many people came to petition, a lot of people dropped out. And knowing that there was going to be a later court date, so you have 50 people now for 20 spots. They send you, they're like, now that the room is empty, the adjutant stands up again and says, your trial will be one of wits, of bravery, of grit. We do not determine whose petition gets heard by their blood they've shed, but instead by the effort they've shown and the devotion we've witnessed. Step into the sky home and prove your worth. And she sits back down, and as she does, the lights in the fires glow purple, and you are all sent to this place as a fog sort of rolls in, and you find yourselves here. And that's where
Whoa!
we'll end for today.
Whoa.
I will put you guys where you will be. Beep 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 beep. Where are your little guys? Where's your little peoples?
I put mine down.
Here, I'll put them in there.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah, you guys are here. You're on oh, why is Merlin there? She's not there. You've been split up into you're all on this one boat basically. It's very crowded, but you're all on the boat. And the
Kevin's already there. You can delete. You can delete the older version.
Whoa, two Kevin.
Oh, two Kevins. Whoa. Here, I'll delete old Kevin. And you can see that there's people on the other boats. These guys are on the boat ahead of you. You see Lamelines in this boat behind you. I'll put the Dragonborn's token down later. And yeah, there's a bunch of people in the other boats. And we'll get to this next time.
Ooh.
Yay.
Wait, before we go into what I assume is some sort of trial or combat, am I too far away to see the twins up front? I assume Same told us about them.
Oh, I think she did not.
Oh, she did not. You guys went straight. You guys went straight to the. I don't think so. You guys went straight to the thingy, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, bye.
I'm assuming so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't think she's naturally incredibly suspicious of everyone she meets.
Yeah.
These two dudes just showed up and were a little bit odd, but all right.
They didn't show up. You did grab them outside on the street.
Yeah.
I don't think they showed up.
In her head, in her head, they showed up.
Object permanence.
Oh no, Same. Okay. Well,
Yeah, a little
oh my
bit.
god.
Yeah. But yeah.
Me and Same.
I will say the area where you guys are in now, I will just tell you before we go, it is it's a little misty, it's a little foggy. You feel like you're outside, but you don't feel like you're outside because you didn't go anywhere. But you're here now. It's after dusk for sure, but there are hundreds and hundreds of candles as far as the eye can see. They should be lighting up the space a little bit more, but I will tell you now, it's effectively dim lighting. It's a little hard to see if you don't have dark vision, which I think you all have, so it doesn't matter. Except for Kevin.
Oh.
Kevin, it's dark. Brother, it's dark.
No.
But yes, and you do see correctly, you guys are all crowded around in this boat, and at the bottom of your boat there looks to be a humanoid shaped thing wrapped up in bandages floating down with you on
That's
the boat.
for real?
That's for real.
All right.
Okay, and that's it for today. I hope you guys had
Awesome.
fun.
Yay.
Yeah, we
Yes.
did
Yay,
it.
we
Finally.
Thank you for running.
Yay.
Yeah, thanks for the game.
You are
thank
here. Hee hee.
Same, are you ready to navigate? Steer some boats with Oberon?
Yeah.
Wait. When's next session?
Next week.
Do you know? Next week. Okay.
Yeah. Can you guys all make next week? Yeah.
No, I can't make next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
everyone
don't
busy?
think I can either.
Okay, not next
I
week.
can make it.
Next?
Next, if we're missing two people, it will be hard, methinks.
I am okay.
29th?
29th is okay with me.
So
Yep.
29th.
Can you do 29th?
29th for me is uncertain. I can try to make it. It's because it's New Year's stuff. But if I can make it, I will. If I can't, I will. It's I don't know. But maybe she'll not make me work.